man, it's gonna be rough. Yo, what's good? No music today. So, if you hear, you early. You know it. I'm still battling. I'm still battling this cold. What up, MJ? What's good? I'm, wouldn't say I'm sick, but you know how it is. Who are you? I'm the hottest man alive. Who are you, brother? Lemon tea? Oh, yeah. I've drank lemon tea. Done all of that. But I'm just getting through it. Sorry. Might be a rough one. Y'all might have to get through it with me. Uh-huh. Is this referring to gender roles? It's referring to my dying. What? The concept of gender is useless. Um, well, no, I'm talking about the whole apparatus, the whole thing, gender, not not just not just gender roles, but that would include gender roles. Yeah, definitely. Appreciate you, Kristen. Isn't it ironic that America concentrates on gender? Why would that be ironic? That's what it was founded on. When there's other important things. Oh, I mean that wouldn't be ironic, but yeah, it actually makes perfect sense if you know the history of America. These gender wars are definitely one of the elite's agenda. No, I'm not saying that they're not, but there is no gender war. Every time, every time y'all tell me it's a gender war, I know that y'all think that it goes both ways. That's why I make sure to never say shit like it's a gender war. A war would imply that it goes both ways, right? That's why I don't play the it's a gender war because it's not a gender war. For it to be a war would mean that women are doing things to men and women are doing things to it would go both ways, right? But it doesn't go both ways in that regard. JC Strong, can you come up here, brother? Since you could tap, you could yap, or you can get blocked, or you can get muted for the whole lot. Dale Jones, I can't even invite you up, and you just saying the weirdest shit ever. So you can get muted. You can stick around though. Y'all can stick around and watch. What up, B? Good question, Chrissy. I don't know if other species have genders. I don't think they do. I don't think they give a crap. Isn't that interesting? Appreciate y'all. I don't know if white men invented gender. Gender was invented before white men. I think gender existed way before white men existed, actually. Patriarchy existed before women. Absolutely. Um, yeah, I just started the live. Hey, just so y'all know, okay, real quick. So I wasn't able to play the music because I'm live on Facebook on my computer, so I can't really use my computer for the music right now. So y'all go check me out on Facebook. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I'm telling y'all, my brain is foggy. Fevers kill your brain cells or something. I am live right now on YouTube. My first time being live on YouTube. I don't even know what it looked like. I'll be honest with you. Can I see it from another angle? I don't even know. But anyways, I'm live on YouTube right now. So if y'all could go tell your peoples if they said nature created gender. Nah. So if y'all got some peoples that, you've been wanting to, same name, Public Offender 100. It's in the bio. My name is in the bio. Send it to your peoples. You know what I'm saying? The ones that be like, I don't got no TikTok. I don't be on TikTok like that. I don't be on TikTok. Be like, all right, I know you got YouTube. Everybody got YouTube. I don't do the social medias. Okay. You don't do social media, but you got YouTube. That's a social media account. But it's okay. Limited people according to their gender causes problems. Yeah. There's a good 10-second delay. Okay. Bet. What up, Jay? Jay Lovely, what's good? What's good? We in here, man. Long weekend. I was fighting for my fucking life this weekend. I had so much shit going on. Crazy. It's a delay, but it's only a delay if you in here. So you don't know. If you go to YouTube, you don't know it's a delay. It's all you gonna be thinking you seeing it in real time. So you good. We in this thing. Man. So yeah, I wanted to talk about this amongst other things, but I just wanted to start it off with this one. I wanted to start it off with this joint. Hold on, let me bring up my boy real quick. Got Taz in the building. What's going on? Day's going decent, man. Just getting through it. That's what's up. Hey, I just want to say, man, I appreciate your platform. I know I think it's only my second time ever coming up, but I've been following you, bro. Maybe since you've been on TikTok. You had like 2-3K followers, something like that. And you used to have so many different types of conversations. I think I was fucking with you tough because you had a conversation about why it's better to live in California than any other state. And I was like, finally somebody up here talking the right shit. Because I'm in Cali too. I'm in the Bay though. I'm in Northern Cali. I'm in the Bay, so I already know how it is. I already know what's up. So I was like, yeah, he hitting all the right points. Oh yeah, this the dude. And then you start talking about misogyny and how what we need to do, and how we need to be better. You feel me? And just checking each other on just some real shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the realest cat. And man, just to see that you grew so much, man, it's amazing. It's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And you got so many haters, bro. That shit is crazy. Like I done been in a couple lives, and dudes be bringing your name up for no reason. Like that shit is. I don't know. Public ain't even in here. Why you just mention this man's name? Like, y'all weird, bro. Like, y'all some weird ass dudes. But that's all I just wanted to say, bro. Like, I just wanted to say I really do appreciate your platform. And that's it. That's all, bro. That's all I wanted to say. I ain't gonna be up here tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I really do. Good looking, man. And I've been seeing you forever too. So I know you really been. You know what I'm saying? You really have been down for the whole time. So I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Y'all know what it is. I think it's weird. Oh, here we go. Hold on. We got one. We got another. Come on up, Chakra Doctor. You better be Indian. All this cultural appropriation. What up, Chakra Doctor?
I'm cool and retarded drooling, my brother. What's going
on? Yeah. What's up with your comment? You got a question? If I'm married to a white woman, I am.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. You got the demeanor of a black man that's married to a white woman.
Okay.
But back to my statement about gender.
No, no,
being
no. Oh
created
wait,
by
no,
nature.
wait. Hold on. Time out. I didn't bring you up here to talk to you about that. You thought I brought you up here to talk about my topic? You didn't make a comment about my topic. So, what I
The topic you repeated it.
no, I didn't.
I said gender. I said nature created gender. You repeated it.
No, somebody in the comments said that, and I just read it off.
I was in the comments. I'm the one that said that.
Sir, I brought you up because of the comment you just made. I'll talk to you about the other thing, but first, I'm curious. What does a black man that's married to a white woman, what do they look like? What do they act like?
They act like.
Be specific too.
First and foremost.
Wait.
Like
what did you say? Hold on, wait. What did you say?
What you say? I said first and foremost.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Okay, go ahead. First and foremost.
Yeah, so first and foremost, you see a lot of black men that's married to Caucasian females. They cater.
Women.
They cater to the ears of whites. They don't cater to the ears of blacks. And you're a black man speaking on a lot of topics that are related to the black community, but yet you are married within the white community.
Okay, stop right there. Now, say everything you just said to me and make it make sense. So, you said a lot of them talk about issues that cater to the ears of white people. Then you just said that I don't do that, right? You said I talk about a lot of issues.
I don't do that. I say you do that. I say a lot of black brothers like yourself cater to the ears of whites while they're speaking on black issues.
That's what I'm saying. What? That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That don't make sense. How that don't make sense? You cater to the ears of whites, meaning when you speak, you speak so that it can placate white ears, while at the same time negating the actual black truth of the matter.
What is a black? First of all, what black issues am I speaking to specifically?
Well, when you're speaking on issues of the gender divide, you're not speaking on white men and white women being divided by gender.
Who said that?
They're not divided by gender.
They are. Who said that though? Who said I'm not?
Well, when you look at the statistics,
No. This ain't about the stats right now. This is about me. As you said, it's me. So who said that I'm not? Where does this say black people?
Well, you're a black man, so I'm speaking on black men speaking on black people.
Okay, hold on. Let's take it back. So let me get this straight. You think because I am a black man and I'm talking about issues, therefore I must be talking about issues specifically that are I must be talking about black issues specifically simply because I am a simply because I am a black man. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Simply, yep.
Okay.
Simply.
So what if I told you that you are categorically wrong and that's not what I'm doing? I'm not speaking about black issues specifically. Because there are issues that are unique to black Americans and black people in the West in general due to chattel slavery that we definitely could speak to, right? But the things that I'm talking about are not unique to black people in the West or anywhere around the world. It's literally a global phenomenon, which I talk about incessantly about how this is a global phenomenon, how nothing I'm talking about is specific to the black community. I say that all the time. I'm like, this is not.
I know you say that all the time, but that don't mean it is that.
No, it literally is that.
So when you're speaking on the gender roles and how the concept of gender is useless and only divides us, you can't be speaking about, oh, wait a minute, white people and their gender wars or the gender divide that they have, because they don't have a major gender divide. Their families are united at 78%.
Wait, so what makes you think that because white women and white men are married, by the way? Because you guys think, for some reason, first of all, for some reason, you think that gender only applies to heterosexual men and heterosexual women. That's where you fucked up right off the bat, right? Secondly,
white concept. See, once again, you're bringing a white concept to actual nature. Nature is not white. Whites did not create nature. Nature created whites. This the other way around. So once again, you're bringing a concept of something that is not native to black people, but you're a black man. You see what I mean?
No,
exactly,
you don't see. You don't see what you mean.
You just proved my point.
I promise you, I did it. You don't see what you mean because nature didn't invent gender. Men and women invented the concept of gender.
Nature invented the vagina, and that's where the genders come from.
No, that is a sex.
Sex is related to gender.
No. They're not synonymous. They're not synonymous. Sex is sex.
If you look at the definition, there are.
No, if you look at the definition, it says the gender. It doesn't. It's not synonymous. It's not interchangeable with sex. They're not the same thing. That's why you gotta study words.
So gender definition. So the gender definition is the male sex or the female sex. That's what gender definition is. Male sex, literally, the literal definition is male sex or female sex, which means that sex is directly related to gender.
Okay. Let's This is crazy. This is so crazy how we gotta do this.
I'm looking at the definition right now. I'm Google right now, bro. Gender, the male sex or the female sex, especially when considered with reference to social or cultural differences rather than biological ones.
Okay. So yeah, rather than biological ones. So
right.
it literally
about the male sex and female sex.
No, wait. Time out. Okay. So it's not, you just said it's not biological. And you're
it's not biological.
Okay, no, wait. Chakra. Wait. I'm gonna help you through this. It's gonna be a rough one. So you just said it's not biological, meaning what?
Meaning that it's not physical sex. You're talking about intercourse. You're talking
No. It's not biological. No. Meaning it's not what?
Meaning it's not physical.
No, meaning nope. It's not energy. It's not biological.
It says the male sex and female sex.
Yeah.
So it lets you know you're talking about males and females.
Yeah. So
and after it says the male sex and female sex, how their roles play.
You know what was hold on, wait. You know what was crazy about this? First, you read part of the definition, by the way. I don't know if you thought that I didn't notice that. First, you read part of the definition. Then you continued to read, because I know the definition. Then you read it more, and it said biological, right? Which means what?
Biological means physical.
No, it means, or in this particular instance, it would mean nature. If it's biological, if it's something that it's like you're born this way, right? You're born like this. Is born. That's what that's somebody said something was biological, it would allude to it being like nature. Right? Because this whole thing is because you are trying to you're trying to gaslight me and tell me that it is that gender was created in nature. But in that definition, it literally says it's not biological. So it's not nature. It's not connected to nature. It is a concept. Because it's not biological, it's not nature. And I'll read it, and I'll read you the definition. Hold on, wait. Yeah, it's not. Gender refers to characteristics. Hold on, sir. Time out. Gender refers to the characteristics of women, men, girls, and boys that are socially constructed. This includes norms, behaviors, and roles associated with being a woman, man, girl, or boy, as well as relationships with each other. As a social construct, gender varies from society to society and can change over time, because that is what gender is. It is a social construct. It is made up. It is not in nature.
And sociability and sociality is not.
Hold on, wait. What?
Concept.
What?
Sociability and sociality are not concepts of nature.
Come, brother, if you ain't Stretch Armstrong trying to reach back to make this point, I don't know what you are at this point, brother. You're insulting me. First, wait, Chakra. Let's be real, brother. I'll let you off light. Okay, you came up insulting me. I still ain't cooked you the way I could have. I'm letting you live. So don't try to play me on some like, you ain't gotta insult me. I'm absolutely letting you off very light right now. I'm being very respectful, right? So don't do that. I know you always like to act like you got your fake feelings hurt and shit. Don't do that, okay?
Nah, brother.
Be a big boy. Be a big boy. You can take it. If you can dish it, you can take it, right? Okay. So what I'm saying is that doesn't make sense. So you're talking about humans being social? Is that what you're trying to say?
You said social constructs. You said gender was created. You're talking about the social constructs of gender, not the biological construct of gender. Okay, and I said, are you trying to tell me that that the social constructs of males and females aren't created by nature? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm sorry, you said the social constructs of male and female.
The social constructs of males and females are a concept of nature. Nature is the first place where you see the construct of sociability between gender or between the sexes, males and female sexes.
I know you're moving. I know. Yeah, you're moving in and out of what we're talking about, right? You're vacillating between the points. So you're talking about male and female once again, which is sex, not gender. Sex exists in nature, absolutely. Gender does not.
In the definition of gender, male and female sex is.
Time out. I read your definition, and in it says it's not natural. It says it's not related to biology. It's not biological. So it's not it is a social construct in your definition. So don't say in the definition. Yes, I remember.
Just because something, and I asked you, just because something isn't biological is not nature. That's what you're saying.
Yes, the way that we're having this discussion, if it's not biological, why do you think they put that in there, sir? Why do you think they made it a point to wait? Why do you think they made it a point to tell? Please stop. Why do you think they made it a point to tell you it is not biological if it exists in nature? Why do you think they went out of their way to put that in the definition to say it's not natural? It's not like you're born this way. It's not like you're born and then women are just better at cleaning up shit and men are better at chopping firewood. Like that's not that's like they put it in the definition for a reason, it would seem to me. It would seem like they put it in there to make sure that we know it's made up, right? It's made up. Gender is a social construct. Sex, however, which it can be a social construct to a certain extent, but for the most part, sex is biological. Sex is a physical thing. Sex, you got ovaries, you got testicles, you got a vagina, you got a penis, you may have both. You may have none, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever, that's your sex. That's how your sex is determined, right? Your gender is how you display it. How do you go about displaying what we think? No, but you think that proves your point, but if you listen and stop yapping, I'll help you. I'll walk you through it like a child, okay? So, how you express it, meaning what in society, when people in society, when they see you, when they see you, will they be able to readily identify what you are, what sex you are, let's say, right? And so, since that's, oh my God.
What nature you are.
What, who?
You said what sex you are, meaning what nature you
No.
are.
I'm saying what sex you are. I'm saying what sex you are, but whatever.
Right, so sex is biological. Nature.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, but it's not how you're just using the. I know you're just using the.
I never said it was identical. I said gender is synonymous to sex. I said gender.
I'm just telling you the way you use the word. I'm just trying to tell you the way you just used nature in this word. It didn't make sense. That's why I was correcting you. But anyways, so let me finish my point. So, meaning it does. This is why it doesn't prove your point, because in this particular example, if in our society in America, the way that men look like men is they wear jeans and they wear shirts like this and they wear sports memorabilia and they drink beer and you know what I'm saying, like whatever that looks like, you know what I mean, like those types of things. That is what makes you present like a man. You grow a beard, those things, right? Cool. You wear a ring. You don't wear a tennis bracelet. you know, things of that stuff, right? Okay, cool. Now, that's what it looks like in America, right? In the USA. But if you go to Mexico, you just, because I'm in California, so you go 5-6 hours south, right? In Mexico, it may be men wear they don't wear Nikes, they wear boots, they wear cowboy hats. They wear, in certain parts of America, this is true too, but I'm just, for an example, just bear with me. These are the things that make you look like a man. You being they have a thing called machismo culture in there, you know, and it looks different than the than the macho in America. It just looks different in different places because it's not scientific. It's not scientific. It's not biological. If it was biological, I would be a in
And that's why I say you cater to the ears of white folks.
No, bro, bro, you sound stupid as fuck. In Mexico, I'm a man. I'm a male. In Mexico, I'm a male. In France, I'm a male. In China, I'm a male. Right? That doesn't change anywhere I go. I'm a male everywhere around the world that I go to. In Africa, I'm a male. Right? In South Africa, I'm a male. In Egypt, I'm a male. In Compton, I'm a male. In New York, I'm a male. Like, it don't matter. I'm a male all around the world. It's scientific. It's the same fucking thing everywhere I go. But am I a man? What does a man look like? Am I doing manly things? That shit fucking changes from city to city, from hour to hour, from minute to minute. If I ask a weird nigga like you, or if I ask the next person, they gonna say something different. You see what I'm saying? So it's not scientific. It is not natural.
I'm the weird one.
Oh, you super, bro. Come on, be fucking for real. Don't play with me. Yes.
I'm married to a Neanderthal, my nigga.
Wait, do you know what a Neanderthal is?
That's what. No, because you act like.
Hold on, wait. Do you know what a Neanderthal is?
Do you know? Because you act like you don't.
No. I'm saying, do you know what a Neanderthal is? Just so we're clear. I do know. I do know that they all.
Me too.
You don't know because they all died. You see what I'm saying? You see how stupid that was? That wasn't the semantics argument. It was literal. You just said something stupid. That didn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? You guys try to in like that's your so okay. So it's the thing that's interesting is that y'all try so hard to embarrass me, but everything you say makes you look stupid. It doesn't make me look stupid, right? Because I don't care about looking stupid or not. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I didn't know. Oh, damn, you're right. Okay, cool. But you just trying to insult me though, and then saying stupid stuff like that. Now you look really dumb because they're not even here. they're not even around. They don't exist. Trying to call somebody out for who they're with and not what they believe in is a telltale sign. Well, yeah, that's all they got is try to personally attack me. They don't. It's hard for so the argument was over, right? He got cooked on his argument. His argument was stupid. I took long to get there. I'm telling you, my brain is not all the way there. But yeah, so it takes a while. It took me a while to get there, but once you cook his argument don't make no sense. What are you talking about? What do you mean gender is? What do you mean gender is natural? And why? And clearly, what up, Locks? And clearly, you can see that. All right, man, I'm trying. The energy is not there. But yeah, gender is a human construct, exactly. Exactly. So when you say it, it's like, they want to fight it. But clearly, if you pay attention, for the most part, the people who want to hold on to the concept of gender are the most problematic people. I know some people that a lot of times when you talk about like getting rid of gender, there are some people who their reaction is like telling them God ain't real for the first time. I get it, right? It's shocking. You this thing you grew up, this thing that you've grown up believing in, this idea that you have attached all of your worth to and all of that stuff, and you've shaping your whole life based on this idea or these ideas or these groups of ideas or whatever the case may be. When somebody comes along and tells you it's not real, you don't have to abide by it, you don't have to subscribe to it, and it only hurts us. It's hard. It's going to be hard to accept. I completely understand that, right? And there's a group of people who are going to be like, wow, that's crazy. And that's just their reaction the first time. Appreciate you, Winky. Their reaction initially is going to be, oh, wow, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Or what? Because I've seen that before. Like, what? They be like, what you mean? Like, oh, that's wild. But like, it's not like it's not to the level of like disrespect where they're like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta fight you on this. It's not that. They just be like, oh, wow. And then we keep it pushing, right? And then there's people who accept it, right? Like a lot of y'all will just accept it like, no, that's real, whatever, whatever. And then you got the real special people like Chakra guy. You got the Chakra guy who will be up here on some like, yeah, we need gender and it's in nature. Like, what? It's not, actually. What up, D?
Yeah, hello. So by gender, do you mean like just the male and female, right?
Nope, that is sex.
Oh, so you mean everything, like transgender, helicopter, whatever. So, how do you believe that divides us? What do you think so?
It literally is made to divide us. I mean, literally, in the most literal sense, it was created to divide us. Literally, like not figuratively, literally, it was created to divide us.
Okay, so you know the male and female, isn't that, what do you count as? Like,
male and female is sex.
Okay, so gender, okay, I came up for the wrong reason, and I thought you were trying to say something else.
Yeah, I don't know what you thought I was trying to say.
You're saying like the male and female were trying to like that thing was trying to define us because then we're kind of born that way.
Yeah, we're male and females. We get it. Men, you have a certain reproductive. It's all about reproduction at that point, right? Like male and female. I'm saying like for the most, not all of it, but most of it is like related to our reproduction because that's really important. So it's about what can you like what is your role in reproduction? That's pretty much how your sex is defined for the most part, right? So if you got some mixture, they call you something else. If you got one, they'll call you this. If you got this, they'll call you that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's pretty much, yeah, that's what it's rooted in, and that's you don't have a choice, right? You don't wake up and then be like, you know what? I really, really wish I can grow a pair of testicles, and then like that don't happen, right? Okay. So, and even if it did happen, it would still be nature. It wouldn't be you that did it. It would, because it has happened before, from what I've read. It has happened before, right? That people have grown like both parts or whatever, and that's nature. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's some survival shit. You know what I'm saying? So people can survive. But gender, which are ideas, pretty much, right? They're ideas. How the sexes are how do you show that you are a male? How do you show that you're a female? Right? That is something completely different, and that shit is useless.
Okay, yeah, we agree on that. That's why I said I thought you were trying to say sex is useless. Yeah, my bad.
No, sex isn't useless. We need it.
Okay.
Yep. I appreciate you coming up, bro. So we need sex because you need to know a person's sex for medical procedures. There's all types of things that sex affects. That's what I'm saying. Sex is nature. Sex is natural. That's, like I said, Don't matter what country I go to, I'm a male, no matter what. And there's no, another thing about sex is there's no range of sex, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, if you're a male, you're a male. If you're a female, you're a female. Meaning, like, but with gender, it's like, oh, you're a feminine presenting man, right? Or you're a masculine man. You're a more masculine man. It's like a sliding scale, even in gender. It's not like an end all be all. It's like, yeah, you're kind of like, yeah, you're a man, but you're not like a man's man. Like, it's like that type of shit, right? But in gender, in sex, it ain't like that. You're a male. You're a fucking male. You're a male, you're a male. Like, that's how it works. Like, you go to the doctor, they're going to treat you like a male. They're going to do everything like a male. You go to prison, they're going to throw you in there with the males until you say, oh, no, I don't, da-da-da-da-da. You got to change some shit up or whatever the case may be. But it's saying, you're a male, you're a male, you're a male. Like, you're going to be treated like a male when you're, because of nature. Because of nature, right? You're going to be treated like a man because of society. Society tells you, what, oh, you're a man, is how a man acts, is how women act, and women don't do this, and all that bullshit. So yeah, the shit is different. Oh, fam. Gender is rooted in sex. It's really not. What's up? Hold on. So gender, you guys saying gender is rooted in sex doesn't make sense. Sex exists. Female, male exists already. And I'm just using this for an example. Female, male exists. I know you could be hermaphrodite, whatever. Female, male. Okay, cool. How these two things present, they don't exist. It doesn't exist yet. It doesn't exist yet. Right? So how the fuck is it rooted in either one of these things where it doesn't exist? It intersects. There you go. They are different, and they are because it's made up. So in 2024, the things that we deem to be manly weren't necessarily things that were manly in 1924 or 1824 or 1524, right? Crying as a man still ain't considered to be manly, but you know what I'm saying? Like, one day crying may be considered to be like, oh yeah, men cry, yada yada yada. Like, it fucking changes. It changes all the time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all gotta stop acting like this shit. If it were the thing, the male female doesn't change. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same thing all the time. It never goes anywhere. It's the same thing. Go ahead, Mokwa. Well, how do you say your name? I'm sorry.
Yes, my brother.
Mokwa.
I'm in South Africa.
Yeah, what's good with it, friend?
So I'm gonna take it from a different angle.
Okay.
Like the animal kingdom.
No. I'm not doing no animal kingdom. Nope.
Not in that sense.
Nope.
I'm just trying to show you.
I'm glad you told me. I'm glad you prefaced that by saying animal kingdom, because I'm already out the conversation, brother. I hate talking about animals.
That's not what I'm trying to do, though.
Okay, I'll give you. I'll allow you. I'll allow you to go. Go ahead. Let me hear it. Let's see.
So when you've got human beings, they've got sex, and just like with any other animals that have sex, and then when you name a particular sex for different species, you name them to create that difference. So when you say that is a lioness, it's a female lion. That is a woman, it's a female human. It is not about how they behave or how they dress. It's to differentiate the different sexes of different species. That is the female and the male. That when they name something a man, they didn't name it because of how it behaves. They went to differentiate it from other males of other species.
That's not why they did it. That's not why they did it, because they don't do it.
That's what I think.
I know, I'm telling you, but I can tell you right now that that's not why they did it. And also, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? Because that's not why we. But you're talking about wait, time out, stop. First of all, we call each other women and men to humanize ourselves. I get that part of it. I get it. We want to humanize ourselves. We want to separate ourselves from other animals, from all other animals. We want to separate ourselves from them, right? That's why we don't refer to, or that's why I don't refer to, I won't say we, but, us, those of us who don't do this, we don't refer to each other as males and females, just like in general. Like, I don't call you a male. I think that's disrespectful. Just like I wouldn't call a woman a female, right? Because a female could be.
We do it all the time here.
No, you do it. I don't. I just said that. I said that there are people. Please don't interrupt me, sir. I just said that there are people who I recognize, right? I recognize fully that there are people who do not understand the importance of treating people like fucking people, like humans, right? So there are some people who will call men and women, men or women, males and females, right? I think it's disrespectful. There is a time and a place to do that. If you're talking about a job, you can say that job, okay, you could say female teachers, male teachers, female police officers, male, because who are you talking about, right? It's a job at that point. It's a nondescript, it's nothing, right? Okay, cool. When you start actually talking about like people, now you have to humanize them. Now it's a person you're talking about. So that's a man, that's a woman, that's a girl, that's a boy, right? That's how we talk. That's how I was taught to speak, right? So that humans do that to humanize each other. I get that. I get why we call each other women and men. I understand that. I totally do. What I'm saying is that everything that has to do with how we perform manhood and womanhood, right? Which goes back to gender. All of that shit is made up bullshit and doesn't help us. That's all I'm saying. All of it. There is no use to it whatsoever versus how harmful it is. There may be some like ancillary little, I don't know, you might get a little quick little, just for a quick reference or whatever like that, just to help you move along. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you like actually like play that shit out over generation, that shit is destructive. I have not seen it benefit us as human beings in any way, shape, or form. Right? So my question to you is do you want to keep that concept of gender around? And if you do, why?
I think the question is a bit premature. I wasn't done making my submission.
Okay.
So
I still would like for you to answer the question, because I still like for you to answer the question. Yeah.
So if I am a male and
wait, are you answering the question or are you going back to your original point?
I'm finishing up what I
yeah, I would prefer us not to finish that up. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care to hear it.
It's a waste of my time. Then drop me. I can't come here and submit to your shit.
Okay. That's fine. I don't, like, if y'all want to go, I've offered, look, this is what I'm going to leave that up. Look, I'm going to slide over. You can screenshot that, y'all. You can screenshot it. And then you can go live on your own live and talk about it however you want to. Okay?
What's up, bro?
What up?
So, sex and gender is not the same? That's just my question.
No, you already heard me explain it. So you already know I'm going to say no. It's not the same. If you think it's the same, you can tell me why you think it's the same.
I mean, I don't know who that dude was, but the black guy from earlier, he pretty much kind of just explained it. Like,
he did it. Look, and it's getting, it's becoming, wait. It's becoming, yeah, I told him to Google it. He read part of it, then he read the rest of it, and it literally negated exactly what he said. And that you are going to get up here in front of all these people and be just as dumb as him and act like you didn't understand? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. I don't get it.
It's ridiculous to think that sex and gender is not the same. Like you say, it's a social construct, but it's really not. Because when you think about it, right? Every time you present it to whoever you're talking to, you be like, it's roles that they play. But you have men who play quote unquote feminine roles. You have women who play quote unquote masculine roles, and then you also have like the gay couples. Not trying to get your live band or whatever. Who they play the roles, for each other. Some gotta be that.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. Like you gotta. I don't even know what you're saying right now. I'm not even playing.
I'm saying sex and gender is the same thing.
So are you? Wait. So you're saying you just said that there are men who play quote unquote feminine roles?
Yeah, those are the gay men.
What?
Bruh, because you said they play roles in society like it's all masculine men out here, or it's all feminine women.
No. I don't think that they're, sir. Masculinity is made up. Femininity made up. How in the fuck do I know what's masculine or feminine when it's made up? You see what I'm saying? It's literally just made up. Somebody just wrote it, brother. I'll give you 2 minutes to write. What do you? Look. I'll give you two. Look, I'll give you 2 minutes, King Love. I'll give you 2 minutes to write down 5 characteristics of masculinity and femininity. I'll take 2 minutes and write down 5 characteristics of masculinity and femininity. And on the count of 3, I want you to show or read. No, you read me your 5, and I'll read you my 5. And I bet you there'll be fucking 5 different things on there. I bet anything. No, you don't have to make an excuse why. Sir, I don't care why. I'm just telling you that it would be different because it's made up. You see what I'm saying? If it were the same, if it was rooted in anything biological, right? If these things are rooted in biology, then why wouldn't it be the same? Why is it so different? Why does it look so different in California than it does in New York, than it does in Texas, than it does in Idaho? And that's in the same fucking country. Why does it look so different in America than it does in France? Why does it look? A male? No. A male. I was born a male. Yeah, I was born a male. I'm a male. Yep. Absolutely. Well, I was born a male. How I present like a man, right? I present like a man. So I have masculine, quote unquote, I gotta help y'all out. Quote unquote, I have masculine tendencies. I'm a masculine presenting man. Right? Okay. That's how it works. Some men are more masculine than I am. Some men are less masculine than I am. Because it's a fucking sliding scale because it's not a real thing. It's made up. There's some gay dudes who you would not know that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the vast majority of gay people we don't know are gay. I'm like 100% sure we don't know. Like, like we don't know.
There's a lot of down low men out here.
They ain't even down low. I'm talking about that only. I'm not talking about ones that be lying to themselves. I'm saying ones that's really you just don't know. They masculine. That's just who they are. Like, you think every gay dude is out here like being very feminine? Like, that's what you see what I'm saying? Like, no, he's still a man.
That's what I was saying. Like, because I got friends who aren't gay, and in their relationships, they told me sometimes they just switch it up. They don't always play that masculine role. Sometimes they'll be feminine or masculine. It's like I'm just.
So are you making my point? Wait. So are you making my point for me?
That's not your point.
That is my point. If you can switch it up, it ain't. King Loaf, stop. Stop for 1 second. If you can switch it up, what does that tell you about it?
Okay, let's take the word masculine and feminine.
No. Why don't y'all ever answer my questions? Why don't you ever answer my questions directly?
Because you
I didn't say you didn't. I just said if you switch it up, what does that tell you?
When you are born a boy or male,
this guy.
Scientifically, that's what you is, bro.
Do you hear what you're saying, bro? You already King Love. Hold on.
Yourself as a woman if you want to, but everybody knows you're still a man.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Wait, so you mean to tell me there are no transgender people that pass as whatever gender they feel like?
You can be that's what they put on. It's all about how
you
present yourself.
Brother, please answer one of my questions directly. Once again, so you mean to tell me that there are no transgender people out here that don't pass for whatever gender they're trying to pass as? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me that because you just said, wait, and the reason why I'm asking you this because you just said, you born a boy, we all know you're a boy. Like, okay. So is that forever? Like, what are you saying?
What it is. That's what their sex, gender is, whatever you want to call it, right? But what they present themselves as is something different. You have that right to change
what?
How you present yourself, bro. But
what?
You can't seriously change the fact that you born a male and you die a female. No.
You don't die a female. You're born a male and you die a male. But you're born a man and you can die a woman. Or you can die no gender. You can have no gender when you die. You can be like, I don't give a fuck about gender and not identify as any gender. Be gender fluid. Like, what are you talking about? Because it's made up. Are you not, brother? I'm sorry. You know what? I got to stop getting so upset with you. You just are seeking... No, but King Loaf, no, some real shit, brother. You're just really seeking some education. And I'm misinterpreting what's going on here. We're not... We're not... Look. You proved that it was made up. Anyways.
Come on, bro.
You proved how it was made up. You just said...
How it was made up.
Sir.
I'm right. Sex and gender is the same thing, bro. What's your sex? What is your sex? And not your sexual orientation. What is your sex?
My sex is male. How do males act?
What is your gender when you were born?
My gender? My mom chose it. My mom chose it.
The gender that you were born with.
No. You were nope. Because you do know that there are cultures, right? And here's what I'm saying: America, the USA has done a disservice to our to our youth, right? Because they don't teach us shit in class. Really, I won't say shit. I hate saying that because I don't want to. Look, strike that from the record, y'all. I do not want to make these pseudo-intellectual niggas any more pseudo-intellectual. I don't want to give them any more of an excuse to not fucking educate themselves, right? But the school system does not educate us enough, right? On other cultures specifically. But you do realize that in other societies, my brother, in other cultures, they literally will take a baby, maybe a born a male, and raise them up to be a woman. Did you know that? So my mom chose my gender when I was born. Doesn't mean that I can't change it later. I'm just telling you my mom chose my gender.
Yeah, and I get that, right? But
so I wasn't born that way. My mom chose it for... Oh my God. Hold on. Time out. You going around in circles because you ain't got nothing else to say. Where? That's in on the island of Samoa. I think they're called Fa'afafines, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all don't kill me. I got a lot of my I fucks with my Samoan peoples. They're my folks. I grew up with them, so nobody y'all don't come after me. But I think it's
what do they die as though?
What do you mean? What do they die as?
If they're born a male, right? A male, whatever you want to call it, raised up to be a female, right? What do they die as?
Fa'afine. Yeah. Okay. I knew. Okay. This is crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna bring up somebody. Let's bring Chad up here. I know Chad's more educated in this than I am. Please help us, Chad.
All right. So, King of the sex and gender are different because what you're referring to is what somebody was born as. Somebody was born. What is your bio? What you were born as far as your biology, that is your sex. That is male, female. That's sex. And of course we have intersex and all that. But just to make this easy, male, female. But man, woman is gender. So whenever you say male, female, you're referring to the sex. You're referring to their biology. Whenever you say man, woman, you're referring to gender. And they are not the same because gender differs. And I'm going to explain how. In the United States, I mean, let's say once upon a time, it was not gender appropriate for women to wear pants. Gender has changed for women. And now women, it is gender appropriate for women to wear pants.
Mm-hmm.
In the United States or in many other countries, it is not gender appropriate for men to wear skirts. But in Scotland, men wear skirts. They're called kilts, but that is gender appropriate for a man to. That is what we mean when we say gender is a social construct.
Mm-hmm.
Gender changes. Your gender will be appropriate based on where you are located in the society that you're in the culture that you are in. And that has nothing to do with your biological sex. That's different. Like here, like you will be born a male, but if you wear a skirt in the United States, you're not going to be that. Then you're not presenting as a man. You're not presenting as, but in Scotland, you are presenting as a man.
And I know that that's true, Chad, because when Russell Westbrook wore a kilt, they were still coming after him. Even though it was a kilt. So somebody was like, that's not a skirt. I'm like, it is a skirt. It's still a skirt. Like, we just call it, it's a skirt. It's a skirt.
In the United States, that is not man gender appropriate.
You got to be
that's why people have all the static about it.
You got to be a white man with a beard, with a fucking bagpipe in your hand. And that's the only way we gonna get it and be like, oh, that's a cultural thing. Like anything, if a black man got it on, that's a skirt. You just want to be a female. You just want to be a woman. You just want to be the...
Absolutely. When it's the same exact piece of clothing. But that's the difference between sex and gender. Just think about once upon a time, women could not and did not wear pants. That was not gender appropriate for a woman to be wearing no jeans. That was not happening.
I think that was pushed by that whole Christian movement.
So who cares? But who cares who pushed it?
But regardless of how it happened, that's what people mean when they say gender is a social construct, and that gender changes because what was not acceptable for men and women in the past is now acceptable or could be acceptable for men and women in the future. That's because it changes, but the biological male and female do not change.
Look, somebody else asked a good question. He said, so Native American men with long hair are feminine because y'all say so. Exactly.
No. Yeah, exactly. Just people say so, but that doesn't mean that they're actually feminine.
Yeah.
That's just
a stupid take on it.
But Chad, it literally does mean it. That's what it means. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it means to me. If I think it's feminine, then it's feminine to me.
So that's like saying dudes with long dreads touching the floor is feminine. That's not feminine.
That's a social construct. How people feel about certain things. These are things that we're socialized into thinking and feeling and believing. That's what people mean when they say it's a social construct.
I wanna wait real quick. Wait, King Loaf, wait. Ray, I'm not saying I think this. I don't think that. I'm saying though, if you have long hair, right? I don't care if you indigenous. I don't give a fuck where you from. If you're a man with long hair, right? And I see it, I can say, regardless of what you think, I can say it's feminine to me. And it will be feminine to me. You can't change my mind. There's no rhyme or reason. There's not. I could just say it looks feminine to me because I think women are the only ones who should have hair past their ear. That's what I can say. That's what I'm saying. That's why that shit is stupid.
I can, and even to kind of piggyback off of that, it's kind of like just personally, I think that other races of men can have long straight hair and they can kind of pull it off. But to me, if I see a black man with long straight hair, to me it looks feminine.
He either a pimp. He better. I'm saying he better be either a pimp or a pastor. Right. Them the only two things.
Straight hair on a black man. I just think that looks feminine, but that is what I am socializing to believe. That has nothing to do with what he was biologically born as.
Yep.
That's a social construct. That's how I feel about the situation.
Yep.
It has nothing to do with his biology. That's the difference.
I guess that's just based on person to person, because I grew up with a dude at school who had straight hair.
Hold on.
He had mix of Indian in him.
Wait, King Lo, what'd you say? You said that's based on person to person?
Yeah, person to person.
Now you getting it.
Gender
Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
That is different. What is gender appropriate and gender acceptable depends on that person, on the person perceiving it. It's all made up. But it has nothing to do with their biology. That is your sex. That is why they're not the same.
Like, I'll give you an example, King Love. What if I said you were acting black? What would that mean to you? No, I'm just. What if I said that you act black? You act too black.
To me, that means I'm acting like a nigga, which is crazy.
I didn't expect to hear that. That was crazy. Niggas in black is synonymous. We'll unpack that later. That's wild as fuck. Anyways, I was not. Hold on. Damn, you niggas is really y'all something else. What the hell was that about? What the fuck was that, bro? That was not where I was thinking.
You said you acting black. When I was growing up and I would see those examples of people saying that, it'd be because the person is either loud, they upfront, they're assertive or whatever, right?
Okay, so you okay?
Just be like to have a good time, but you normally see that in who? Niggas. Come on, Slim.
Oh wow, this is crazy. But wait, hold on, wait. But
that's just what they associate.
Hold on, wait. King Loaf think that saying somebody acting black is basically associated with, to me, negative stereotypes about black people. Being loud, being rambunctious, being rowdy, things of that nature, right?
Not true.
Not to me. I'm not saying it's not true, because it's true. Listen to what I'm saying, King Loaf. Of course it's true, because of course there's a group of people who think like you. I know that. So yeah, you're right. But that doesn't mean that it's the end all be all. It's just a part of it. It's not a lie, or it's not one of those scenarios where it's like either you're right or you're wrong. I'm just making the point, because to me, if somebody said I was acting black, initially I would be like, that's stupid, because how can one act black, right? Because black people aren't a monolith. But whatever, like when I think of acting black, it's not rooted in negative stereotypes. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not rooted in negative stereotypes. Like, I'll say that shit about, like, if you doing some real black people shit, like like if you cleaning up on Sunday listening to like gospel or some shit like that, I'm like, oh, you blackity black today, huh? You on your black shit.
See, it's just different from when it's a black person saying it to you versus a white person saying it to you. That's my take on it. That's where I'm
He didn't say if a white person says it.
I didn't say no. I just said if somebody say you're black, and your mind instantly went to, I hate niggas. Like, what? What the fuck?
No, bro. Because that's normally where I see it from. Like,
God damn.
Unless you working with somebody and you're cool,
right, that's where you
don't
see
act like that. But
him. Like, if I look, Chad, when you ever ate pickles with fucking them big ass pickles with like.
Skating rink pickle.
The big ass pickles with the sweet shit. I don't know. You can put Kool-Aid in it, or fucking Jolly Ranchers in an alley, whatever the fuck. Like, that's black shit. I'm like, oh, you on your black shit. Like, that's me. It's just shit that I associate with the culture, right? Let's say. Okay.
Exactly. It's like a colloquialism or whatever with the culture. It's like,
yeah.
Mostly every black person will know. Well, can I go to McDonald's? Do you got McDonald's money? It's like stuff like that. It's just part of the culture. It has nothing to do with a negative stereotype.
No.
So when public says acting black, he doesn't associate it with negative stereotypes. He just associates it with parts of the culture. When you hear acting black, King Lo, you associate it with derogatory statements.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
And you would,
it's just from like what person is coming from, really.
No, I hear that, but I'm just saying. But brother, all I'm saying is that the first thing you went to was some negative shit. The first thing my mind went to, I wasn't even thinking of. That's what's so funny. When you said it, I was literally caught off guard. Like I didn't even think about that. But what you're saying, I do what you said. I'm like, yeah, of course, a lot of people.
If we was at a friend-on-friend basis, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, I get what you said. Ain't nothing negative, but it's not a friend-on-friend standpoint. I join your live, and we talk against each other. So of course I'm gonna be like, oh, like that.
Well, we ain't talking against each other. I think
has nothing to do with how you perceive something.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who says it. You perceive it that way because that's the way you feel about it.
Yeah, and I just want to, and I gotta let you go, King Lo. We've done this a while. I'm just letting you know that the same way that you and I just saw what we thought what we would consider to be black, we saw it from two different ends of the spectrum. It's the same way you see gender. It's exactly the same thing. Because if I once again I already asked you in the beginning, what does it mean to be a man? What does it mean to be a man? Let me hear it.
It means to be a man is to have a moral code, your value. It's how you present yourself. You gotta stand up for when it's time.
A whole bunch of nothing. I just want you to know that you just said a whole bunch of nothing. I just want to let you know, and I'm not saying that what you said was wrong or anything like that, but it was nothing. It was a bunch of platitudes, fluff, air. You don't even have an idea of what you think manhood looks like. But you're up here fighting for the. But you're up here. Wait, King Lo. But you're up here fighting for the concept of it, and that's the thing that blows my fucking mind. That you're fighting for something, huh?
What does it mean to be a man to you?
You're not. Are you not listening to anything that I'm telling you? I don't give a fuck about manhood or womanhood or any of that shit. I think it is fucking useless. It's not something that I don't. Hold on, time out. You're misinterpreting what I'm saying. It's not that I don't know the answer to it. It's not that I don't know an answer to it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, look, I can answer the question better than you, and I think the concepts are useless. That's really a part of what I wanted to tell you. I can tell you what I think manhood looks like in general, or what it should look like, right? In general, right? Better than you could, and you are a person up here fighting for us to keep the concept around. You see what I'm saying? So I'm having a hard time under King Lo, please.
I get it that you don't care about, but just answer it.
What do I think what manhood looks like?
Yes. What is it to be a man?
Yeah. So I think that to be a man is to be selfish. I think it's to center yourself in everything that you do, with very little regard for people around you, for nature. I think that it is rooted in what's the word? Impulsivity. Just like unbridled, like what's the word? I'm having a hard time finding the word for it, but like just like getting like all of your desires met, and like submission, and like the whole world is like your oyster type of vibe in your mind. Is like, yeah, I get everything. Like I deserve that. I need that. Yeah, all your primal urges needing to get met at all times. Overconsumption. Lastly, laziness. I'm mad at fucking hedonism. That was the fucking word. Hedonism. It was. I'm telling y'all, the fever fried my brain. My wife thinks I'm playing. It fucking cooked me. Hedonism. It was on the tip of my tongue. Yes, that's the word I'm thinking of. That's what I think manhood looks like. I think that's what it is to be a man right now. Not historically, but in 2024. Yeah, that's what I think it is to be a man. Oh, and violence. I'm sorry, you guys. Violence. Yeah. Gotta add violence. Gotta add violence to that.
Everything it means to be a man is negative. Question: is that true about you? Is everything that you do? Are you a male? Are you a male?
Am I a male? Yes. Do I consider myself to be a man? No. I don't give a fuck. What the hell is going on here? What is happening, y'all? Is this me? Am I the only one? Chad, please help me out, sir. Am I tripping? What?
You said it a million times.
I don't know. What the fuck am I missing? What am I not conveying to you, King Loaf? What do I consider?
The concept of gender, he doesn't believe in the concept of gender.
What are you talking about? I don't look. Asking me. Hold on. I'm gonna make this, King Loaf. I'm gonna make this easier for you. When you, I'm not religious, right? I'm an atheist, right? I'm agnostic. I'm an atheist. Whatever. There's a few words that may mean different things. Don't get me wrong, but I don't believe in organized religion. I don't believe in spirituality. Blah 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 blah. Right? If you ask me, what religion am I? What God do I believe? This is what you're asking me right now. What do you consider yourself? You see what I'm saying? What God do you believe in? I've told you 1,000 times I'm a motherfucking atheist. Why you keep asking me about God, bro? I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care about religion as a concept. The same way I don't care about gender. So when you ask me, do those things apply to me? I'm sure they did apply to me. Of course. For the vast majority of my life, a lot of that stuff applied to me. Me being the most selfish person, I'm still very selfish, but me being like so selfish that I like couldn't get out of my own way. I'll put myself first all the time. Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, 30 years plus easily, right? I got by doing all of that type of shit. No doubt about it. I was very egotistical. I was like all the things I said, they applied to me for sure, without a doubt, right? If you're asking me right now, am I that same person? No, I'm not. But that's irrelevant from what I'm talking about. I'm not in that space anymore. So I can't no, I'm not that guy. But for argument's sake, yeah, put me in the same group with all. I don't give a fuck if you lump me in with all men. It doesn't scare me to be lumped in with all men. You know what I'm saying? You guys, the world writ large, they're gonna lump me in with all men anyway. No matter how hard I fight. No matter how much I scream and protest and say that I'm different and I'm a good guy and all that, I'm still going to get lumped in, especially because I'm black. I'm going to get lumped in with all other fucking men, especially black men. Especially black men. So I don't care to fucking fight y'all and be like, no, I'm not like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. Yes, I'm that guy too. You thought that was going to make me be like, no, not me. Yeah, me too. Sure, I'm that guy.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think it's just crazy that to fight on a side where you're going against the bad men per se, right? And the women would just, or whoever's on that side would just look at you as that bad person, but you on this side with them. It makes no sense.
What are you saying?
So
say that again.
You said lump you together with all the men that they've seen do bad, right? Okay. You ain't say that they seen do bad, but you said they gonna lump you together with all the men, right?
I said society. I didn't even say women. I just said society.
No, not women. Just in general.
Yeah, in general, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. And how I look at it from the standpoint that you stand on, that you talking from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have a group of women behind you and you're fighting against and saying men this, men that, doesn't that mean you on that side?
You're being simple.
What the fuck is this nigga?
To make it make sense, because I know what you were going to say as far as your definition of what it means to be a man. You were going to say, pretty much the textbooks thing that all males are taught from birth of what it means to be a man, pretty much. Now,
not all males was taught that though.
For the most part, where we know to protect, to provide, to do all that, but we
yeah,
know
of course.
Right, but that's exactly what I mean. We all have heard that rhetoric before. That's what I mean. So that's pretty much what you were going to say when he asked you what your definition of a man is. to kind of help you understand what public means by it. None of that really matters, because everything that you could say as far as what it means to be a man, it also what applies to
a woman.
What it means to be a woman. That's what it means to be a woman too. It's we're equal but opposite forms of the same energy. Newton's third law of motion states for every action there's an equal but opposite reaction. We're equal but opposite forms of the same exact energy. So you can say it means to be a man to protect and to provide. Well, don't women protect? You ever seen a mother? If you think that a woman is so soft and demure and dainty, try and harm
test her family.
I never went against that though. I never went against that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same. Every single definition of what you would use of what it means to be a man, quote unquote, it will also apply to a woman. She would just express it differently. So that's what public means by it doesn't make sense, because the definition, what you would define as a quote unquote man, also applies to a woman. If you just open up your mind, you would see that she would express those exact same qualities in a different way. But she would express protecting, providing. She would express all of the same thing that we are taught is what it means to be a quote unquote man. She just does it in a different manner, but it's the exact same.
Shit, 90% of the time, it be exactly the same. They be doing exactly the same shit we be doing. It'd be like, but then it's like, in an extreme, okay, cool. They might do it. They might do it a little different. But somebody said nurturing. Men can be nurturing. A lot of men are nurturing. All men are supposed to be nurturing. Right?
Absolutely.
The same way all women are supposed to be nurturing. Supposed to be.
People that say, oh, well, men aren't nurturing. Look at a man and his daughter. You'll see that man nurturing. He's very nurturing. And it's like...
So I guess you could say it's just a human thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, my God. King Loaf. Hey, we going to end it on that one, y'all. King Loaf. Hey, thanks for coming up, King Loaf. I got you, fam. We got to take, a win's a win. I'm going to take that shit. God damn.
That was just human. That's the definition. We're humans.
Wow, that was crazy. It can't be that fun. But here's the thing. It's not that they don't understand that. They just want to hold on to gender because they think or they know the intrinsic value that gender roles hold for masculine presenting men. That's it. That's the reason why. Look, if there's a woman in the queue that wants to talk about I'm gonna bring B up. If there's a woman in the queue that disagrees with this, I would be very curious to hear what her disagreement would be. Right?
Exactly, because the concept of gender does nothing but create
hierarchies.
Exactly, and it creates those negative pockets that people say each gender is lacking. So when they say men aren't nurturing, well, that's because of the concept of gender has told men that it is not manly to be nurturing. Gender creates these negative, it creates these pockets of absence when it should be there. So when they say, well, women aren't well, that's because gender has told women that they shouldn't be that. That is why the concept of gender divides us.
Yeah, exactly. What up, B?
Hey, y'all.
We bite.
It's been a long day. Public?
It has been.
They called out your ADHD earlier and said that you were dumb. They calling your wife a Neanderthal. Like, you just taking it left and right today.
I love it.
Crazy.
I think it's hilarious. Today's been weird. It hasn't been like off-putting. It's just been strange. But it's just a lot of weird energy, and I don't think people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of like clocking it from like I'll be in the room just listening. People be yapping. I don't even be in there arguing with them. I just be listening to them talk because I think it's funny. But
Mercury's in micro braids. So.
All I be wanting these people to do is if they have a gripe or you have a beef, I'll be live for 4 hours, 5 days a week. All y'all got to do is jump up in the box and we can talk about it.
Come over here. That's so weird to me. They never come over here.
Y'all don't never come over here. But no. B, they be here watching. Some of my mutuals. I got mutuals now saying weird shit. being like very problematic in comments and stuff like that. And I'm like, and then I'll go behind the scenes because I'm not weird. I'll be thinking that we're like regular people. So I'll go behind the scenes and be like, hey B, hey, you all right? Did I do something to you? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we cool. If I'm talking to you now, you know, if I fucks with you, if we DM each other sometime, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna talk to you in a DM. Hey, what's good with it? You good? Yeah, I'm good. No, hey, it's nothing. Cool. I keep it pushing. I don't think nothing of it. Then I go on the live and you yapping? I don't know, man. I don't be knowing. So I just be like, hey, you know, it is what it is. But I don't be.
They be soft as baby shit.
They do.
And so ignorant at the same time. I think we had to basically clock the fact. Oh yeah, then they pretty much called you a high school dropout.
No, I am.
Like, well, I have a master's, but he was illiterate the entire time. So.
Who said? See, they be like, I don't be. That, yeah.
My memory was too crazy. But I came up here real quick. I'm going to come back later once the conversation gets going. But I came up here really quickly because I was on your YouTube side. And I don't know if you saw my comment, but when you have people like when you have people talking on this phone, it makes it a little bit more difficult to hear it on the YouTube side just because it's far away. So if you want to try and move this phone closer to where you're streaming YouTube, it might at least help a little bit with the audio. Just wanted to give you a little tip.
Okay. I don't even know. I mean, it's fucking close. My computer is like literally right.
Okay, perfect.
I don't even know how much.
I'm gonna go back over to the YouTube side and see if it sounds any better. But I just wanted to tell you.
Okay, I appreciate that. This is my first time running. I'm gonna run it, and
That's why I wanted to help you out because and this is another thing. That's why I've been in so many lives today. I'm like a public speaker and a facilitator by trade for work. So the fact that people be having no moderators, don't know how to host, don't know how to cut people off, people just be dialoguing for fucking 11 minutes. I hate this shit. So when I find somebody who knows how to host, I'm like, let me help them out. I love the experience and I want to keep the experience going. So, you know, $1 a do.
$1 do you. You know what it is, B. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that shit. Oh damn, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna try to get that shit under control. But this is my first run. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip if we on YouTube. We'll get it. Sean, what's good?
Hey, what's up? I kind of want to. I think you already know no shade at all for you.
Oh no, I don't care. Yeah, I couldn't hear you at first. Yo, Mike went in and out real quick. I got you. You good now?
Oh yeah. But I was saying that I think you already know no shade for you. But I kind of wanted to correct some of the things he was saying. Due to the fact that I'm a trans woman, you absolutely can change your sex. Like when sex is a related thing. It's not a set thing.
Yeah.
Like it is based upon primary sex characteristics. There's 5 primary sex characteristics. If you meet 3 out of 5 of those requirements, you are the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And so like when trans women, it's based on internal and external genitalia. Those are 2 hormones, your sex hormones. That's the 3rd one. The 4th one is your brain chemistry, and the 5th one is your chromosomes.
Okay.
You can't change your chromosomes, but you can change your secondary sex characteristics, which will be your hormones. In all of your sex characteristics, you can change your external sex, and you can even change your internal sex. We're working on changing for trans women, especially your internal sex characteristics. So you can absolutely change over 3 out of 5 of those on your own. But like for trans people in general, the brain chemistry, like the neurological aspect of it, is already changed.
Okay,
that is already the thing.
Yeah.
So like,
and then you just want to do the physical to match what's going on in the brain. Is that what you got? You okay?
Exactly. And so if you're
hold on, wait, Mr. Nobody, wait. Can Sean finish? I'll let you can go.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're good.
Right, and so trans people, if they're on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and they also get gender reassignment surgery, they've effectively gone through 3 out of 5 of those things because the brain chemistry is already changed. And so that would change sex. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. See? Yeah, that's why, I don't know if you heard before that I was saying, like, sex is like, you know, for the most part, it's like, you know, like biological. You can't, it's locked in, but I knew that even that there's like an idea, there's still a concept behind it to some extent. You know what I'm saying? Or qualifiers, like you were saying. I think that was the better way of saying it, more than like a concept, but there's qualifiers for it. So yeah, I get it. That makes sense. Okay.
No, but yeah, he just kept saying you cannot change the sex you were born as, and I'm like, that's not true. But yeah.
Bet. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Nobody.
Sex at its like very, very core, for like instance, it's just kind of just a bunch of like different things, honestly. Sorry if I'm very quiet. I don't have a microphone.
You're good.
I'm just talking out my phone. Just to put it down bluntly, like there's just these two things that separate us from productive. Like, how do I explain this? Oh crap! I had this all rehearsed in my head, but now it's all just gone out the window.
It's okay.
Typically in humans, there's just these two things. Like just two different parts to make another human.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what sex is, and such. But then going down to gender is just like the concept we made, like for sex originally, anyway. And then gender ended up devolving into different things. Like there's different things to describe different genders within different cultures. For instance, like you go anywhere else in the world, you'll find that different cultures have like many different genders and all sorts else, like just a very wide range of it. It's kind of like a rainbow, but more messy.
Yeah, I understand, because they're all like touching each other. You know what I mean? Like they're blurred or whatever you could say, like blurred lines more than anything.
Yeah. It's like someone's taken, let's say, the blur tool on a program or something, and then they've mashed a bunch of colors together and blurred it all. Yeah. So it's kind of a mess. You can't tell what anything is, but some colors stick out more than others, and some are just in the background. They're still there, but you can't see them very well, but they're still there. That's pretty much what gender is.
And can I ask, I want to ask Sean, and then I'll go back to you, Mr. Nobody. Sean, do you agree with the concept of gender being useless, or do you think that it is a useful tool?
I get what, I don't want to be difficult because I get what you're saying. But I do think gender could be useful.
How could it be useful?
Yeah, so like identifiers are fairly useful. Like there are elements of tools that like we utilized in just our social lives that don't really have any meaning. I think obviously the hierarchy that gender is, like when we put it into perspective of today, it makes it absolutely useless for anything other than oppression. And so, like, I completely get what you're saying, but I do think that there's elements of gender that can be useful, even outside of a world in which, like, there is oppression. Because I just think identifiers are cool. Like, I think, like, we can identify as pretty much anything that we want to identify as. And that's not to say the whole right-wing trope is like, oh, well, I'm a helicopter now. Like, it's just
no, that's
like
stupid. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And it's just like we have groups and we have like dare I say unions. As you can see, I'm a leftist, but like we tend to identify with certain things, and we tend to want to like identify ourselves with those things, and it can be outside of it being like oppressive. It can be useful to just know like, oh, that person aligns with this, or that person aligns with that. That person wants to be addressed like this.
Yeah.
That person wants to, things like that.
Got it. So okay, so I would say that I don't think that it is in that regard. I feel like whatever utility, right, we could find in gender, we could just create a different way of doing it and still get rid of gender, and it wouldn't. I don't think it would. Like for an example, because I thought about something like let's say somebody hit you over the head and ran off and stole your money, right? And you're talking to the police, and it's like, how do you identify them? And you go, oh, it was a man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Because now we're looking for the physical, characteristics of a man. I got you, right? But there's a way there's a way that we could do that without saying that, right? Like I guess we actually just say male, to be honest with you. We don't even need to say man at that point. But things like that. Like so they have utility for sure, but I don't see, because I don't, the same way that we can use gender, like what you're describing, Sean, I think is the same way that we can use race, right? And I don't think either need to be here though. I don't think either concept needs to exist. I think both all just make the world terrible, and they were created. The reason why they all like the reason why masculinity is always toxic is because it was always created to be toxic. It was you see what I'm saying? It was never created to be healthy. It was always created to be toxic. So if masculinity exists, it will be toxic. That's just what it is. See what I'm saying? If if race, the same thing with race, like there is no, like ultimately it's going to lead to a hierarchical system every single time. If you're more masculine or less masculine, it could be inverted. It doesn't matter, right? But it's going to lead to some hierarchical system that is going to put these people at the top simply because they were born a certain way or if they act a certain way, and these people on the bottom because they are born or act a certain way, right? Like, so that's what I have come to realize about these things. Also, the people in the comments that are saying stuff like, this is the end of the world and weird stuff like that, I want you guys to keep saying that. I don't want anybody to block them or mute them as long as they don't say anything like overtly transphobic or homophobic or anything like that. But the reason why I want those people to live is because you guys are literally proving my point that gender is useless in real time. In real time. Because think about this. Think about a world where gender didn't exist. Would you guys be saying problematic shit like that? Simply because some people exist? Simply because some people exist. Like would it be possible for you to say those things? You wouldn't even think about it. It wouldn't even come to your brain. It wouldn't even be a concept. You said what, Mr. Nobody?
If I can interject here,
yeah.
Please. Basically, everything within history has like come down to the aggressors and the victims. Let's just put it down that simply, very quickly, because I'm going to talk about something. Gender and such has been used as an explanation of sorts for like different kinds of violence or different kinds of behavior or an excuse for such things. So has race, and so has like just everything in history. If we eradicate let's say gender, well, they're just going to blame it for something else. And if we eradicate like race and gender, they'll blame something else again, because that's just how humans are. They find something to blame about another person, and then they use it against that like particular group of people, and then the problems start again. It's just kind of how problems start within everything, honestly. They just find a reason to hate on different things so that they can get more power, and yeah.
Good. I was gonna say, I just don't, with referencing like those topics, those comments about, in the world, all that other stuff. Nobody else is like, when you know who you are and what you are, nobody else's expression or sex or their gender, it should not threaten yours. So like, I don't present myself as a man. I am not a male that presents myself as a man because I feel like I'm obliged to. This is just who I am. Mm-hmm. So I cannot be persuaded. I never could be persuaded to present myself, and I didn't need to be influenced to not put on a dress, because that's just not who I am. I didn't need to be influenced to not do quote unquote woman, like that's just not who I am. So when someone else is just who they are, that's just who they are. Because I didn't need to be. When people say things like, "Oh, they're gonna put this on kid," then that means that are you also saying that you are only the way that you are because someone told you to be this way? But if you had a choice, you'd be all type of crazy other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot be influenced, or I never could in my life. Like being a gay man, I didn't need to be influenced to be gay. I didn't see a gay person growing up in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never saw it ever. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. I present myself as a man because that's just who I am. That's what I liked. I liked boots and
Yeah.
So it has nothing. I'm gonna say it has nothing, but those people don't realize what they're saying is that their gender. Mm-hmm. They only present themselves in that way because they were told to. That's not who they really are. It's like, yeah. Are you saying that you were only this way because you were told to be a man, or is that who you really are? Because if that's who you really are, well, then you shouldn't be. You know, why would I ever feel threatened by anyone else's expression? Because that's just who they are.
They prove that they absolutely. King Loaf is like he's like a typical man to me. That would if you have this conversation with them. When you ask them, what does it look like? They don't fucking know. The dudes that be ready to unalive people over this shit. That be, I would never.
It's kind of like, when they say things like that, I'm like, oh, so you mean to tell me that you can be influenced to suck a dick? Or you can be influenced to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You can be, like, to me, if you're a straight man, you cannot be influenced to, you know, homosexual things.
Yeah.
You cannot be influenced to present yourself as a woman if you claim that that's who you are. So why do you think that other people were influenced to be who they are?
Because
you can't play both sides of it. If you were not influenced to be who you were, who you are, who you present yourself as, then why do you say that this group of people were influenced to be who they are? Can't they just be who they are as well?
Yeah, but they're not. Because Chad, the reason being is because being a man is almost goes against all nature.
Yeah, they don't want to abstract. They don't want to think about it like that.
Like I said before, what it is to be a man is not natural. It's not natural. The things that I think when I think of like what manhood looks like to me, and when I say that, I'm saying the way that I judge manhood is like this. What do most men do? What do most men do what I can observe? And I could just put in words right now off the top of my head. The things that I said earlier, selfishness, hedonism, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking impulsivity, like all that time. Those are the things that I see. Being selfish, being fucking completely delusional about so many things. Those are the things that I see most men doing. You see what I'm saying? So, but I know that to be that type of person, because I am a man, and I was or am or however, I'm sure I'm some version of that person, you know, for sure. But it took a lifetime of conditioning, and it took a lifetime of conditioning. It took from age 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it took the boys don't wear pink, they wear blue.
Yep.
Boys don't cry. Boys will be boys.
And as a man, men deep down know that combo pack that we were sold, that we're supposed to present ourselves as, and we know that shit does not work. We know that shit is empty.
It's fucking dumb. This shit is dumb. No, hold on, wait.
We know that that's not who we really are.
Hold on, wait. You know where that shit works, Chad? You know where that shit works? I'm gonna tell you where manhood works. No, fuck that. I'm gonna tell you where manhood thrives. On the football field, on the battlefield, in a boxing ring. We live our fucking lives like we trained to be fucking gladiators. Like we train we live our fucking lives in prison. In prison. Matter of fact, in prison. I'm glad y'all said that. Scratch all that other shit, because I was even thinking, I was like, nah, because you gotta learn how to work together and shit in the military. You gotta learn how to work together in a football team. That's fucking prison. Prison. Men are raised to fucking be violent. We're conditioned to be violent. We're conditioned to be we're conditioned to lack compunction. We're conditioned to lack empathy. We're conditioned to lack critical, you need just enough critical thinking to get a job done, to get a task done, but not enough to question why the fuck are we doing it or who told us to do it, right? They want you to have just enough critical thinking to be able to dig the ditch, right?
Absolutely. That's men are emotional. Everything that they talk about as far as quote unquote what makes a man it's all emotions. Even when they say it can go from as low as behaving all aggressive, and that's prison stuff. Even when what you did to get to prison, that was an emotional response.
99% of the time. 99% of the time, prison is emotional responses. Yeah.
All response. It's all emotional. And then even when they say, "Well, men are soldiers," okay. Well, courage, honor, valor. That's why you're fighting, right? These are emotions. Courage, honor, valor. Those are emotions. That's how you feel about a certain your beliefs. That's an emotion. How you feel about the topic is a belief. That's how you feel. Men are very emotional, but men say that we are not. That is a lie, because everything that they use to define what it means to be a man is all emotions.
All of it.
But they don't. It's like they don't register in their mind that they're emotions. Like I tell people all the time, courage, honor, valor. You say that that's what it means to be a soldier. Those are all emotions.
But they want you to be. They want you to get. They want you to feel. Like validated, right? Which, like valor, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want you. They want you to. They set it up in such a way that you will only respect the validation from other men.
Right, and it's not even true validation.
It's not. No, it's not true validation. It's look.
We. That's what I tell people. Like the problems that men face, they're all self-inflicted. Every last one of them. Even with the whole idea that we're taught that being emotional is a negative.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry, Chad. Hold on, wait. I got this. This is crazy. 30-round Poppy said my uncle worked at a women's prison. He said he having his way. Hey, y'all, look up and see if you can find 30-round Poppy uncle and report him. He having his way with women in prison. He a predator. Yeah, if y'all could look this man, I can't do it right now, but if y'all could do a little deep dive and see if he really got an uncle, because these Negroes like to lie. Look up and see if he got an uncle. And if he got an uncle, report him. That's crazy work.
That is a lie. Why would you say
I know you, Mr. Noble, you ain't. Don't ask me. They be lying. I don't know why they be lying, but if it's
that goes into that whole idea of what it means to be a man. Being a man, he felt like that was a manly response to say, "I'm a man. I'm getting my way in prison. I'm taking all the women." That comes from that programming, that social programming, where he thought that was a masculine thing to say.
I assure you, if that was the case, he would have been shanked. Honestly.
This is crazy, man.
Exactly. He thought it was a flex.
Y'all got it. Yeah.
That goes into that social conditioning on what we're told of what it means to be a man, and that is why the problems that men face, they're all self-inflicted. If it's that whole idea that we're taught, and all of us know that that's not who we really are. All of us really know that deep down.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. I'm still reeling from the open admission that my uncle in prison assaulting people. This shit y'all be saying, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. That shit is crazy. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I don't get it. But men. The things that men. I'm sorry, y'all. Real quick. I'm sorry. Before I go, I'm about to rotate y'all out. I appreciate all y'all coming up. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you, Mr. Nobody. Chad, you already know what it is, bro.
Can I say something before I get rotated?
Yes.
I wanted to say to what you said before. I absolutely agree. When you're asking about the usefulness of gender, the only thing I'm talking about, I guess I'm just talking about the usefulness of labels, and it doesn't necessarily have to be gender.
Yeah.
Like, I completely 100% agree. Like, if we call it flip-flap, I don't necessarily care.
I know, yeah. Who fucking cares at that point?
I don't necessarily care.
It was a flip-flap that robbed me. Like, yeah, we know what it means. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. But like I was just talking about like the usefulness of labels to know even when something is fairly hierarchical and it goes into realms of oppression. Like if we know that somebody's a Christian, then we know, they celebrate these holidays or they do these things or this is a part of their faith, their culture, whatever, whatever this, that, and the other. But what I wanted to say to what what Mr. Nobody was saying earlier before, I don't necessarily agree. Like the humans, we live in a system that incentivizes people to essentially like throw people under the bus, like throw each other under the bus. And those systems have existed, like, obviously for a long time, so we adapt. Like, when people talk about human nature, I actually hate it when people talk about human nature.
Me
they don't know what
too.
it is. Like,
they don't know what the fuck human nature is.
They have no idea what it is. Just like, if anything, like, human nature doesn't exist, but if it did exist, it would just be adaptation. Like, we're the most adaptable species.
Oh my fucking God, Sean. Thank you for saying that shit. I was just talking to my homie today. I was like, dude, never mind. Keep going. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
You're good. It's just, I appreciate you.
That's fucking crazy.
But yeah, no, it would be adaptability because we are the most adapt species. Like, we adapt to anything. And that goes with systems of oppression. Like, we adapt to systems of survival within, like, between each other as well. And so that's why you see people do things. Like, you see women perpetuate misogyny because they have to in order to survive. Like, it's not.
You see black people perpetuate racism or internalize racism because we got to survive.
And so, like, when you get rid of these systems in general, like, once you get rid of, like, the core of those systems, the things that hold them together, like, you get rid of those things. And this is why, like, I don't think, I've seen public on many different lives, and it's not just about, like, battling misogyny. It's also about battling racism. It's also about battling homophobia. It's also about battling xenophobia, all these other things, all these systems of oppression that come with misogyny. And, like, humans don't just want to, like, scapegoat other humans. The problem is that humans want to survive. And in the system that we live in today, it's just dangerous. So we tend to scapegoat other people so that we survive. If you get rid of things like gender, it wouldn't, like, make us, like, just blame something else. It would get rid of, like, we would have to also get rid of gender along with all these other systems.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't. Also, I don't ever, you will never, ever tell me that we can't do anything about it. It'll never go away or we're just doomed. I'll never buy into that shit, ever. I know whatever we want to do, we can do it. Whatever we want to do, we can do it. And it don't even take everybody to want to do it because it didn't take everybody. Everybody didn't create the systems we got right now. So why does it take everybody to fix them? That's the thing I don't be understanding. It didn't take 99% of the world to fucking to get to where we are. It didn't take it. It didn't take that. It really didn't. So why I don't need everybody. We don't need everybody to subscribe to any of this stuff. We just need enough people to do it. And we can change it for everybody, but we just need enough people to start with it, right? Anybody that tells me that that's just the way it is, or there's really no way to beat it, or anything like that, that is a very defeatist mindset. Like I don't subscribe to that. Like if you have that mindset, that's fine. Like that's for you to have it, right? You will never convince me that is the way to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would never approach life in that way. I would never approach things because the shit has to. The thing that's crazy about what I think we're talking about is we literally don't have an option. I don't think people understand what I'm saying. Like y'all don't understand. We don't have another option. There's no other option. We either get rid of all of it and save ourselves, or we don't and we all die. Like I don't know how. I really don't know if people understand that that's how serious it is. But maybe we will. Hopefully before we actually go. But like as of right now, I feel like that is the fight that I'm fighting against, is like getting people to understand that it's not a thing where it's just like, we just disagree. And we did it literally, like I want to say that again, literally, if we don't figure out a way not to mitigate the damages of race or gender or any of these systems of oppression, we're not trying to mitigate the damage there, right? If we don't find a way to do a 180-degree course correcting turn, we will more than likely, the vast majority of us at some point in time, I'm not talking about just us, I'm saying just people, humans, we will perish because of it directly. Like it will be directly because of these things.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate y'all. Thanks, Sean. All right, y'all. I got a lot of people still to go on this queue. I'm gonna try to get through it. Damn, I'm beat already. My mentals is low. Hey, y'all, bang the Cash App one time. Y'all know what it is. Let's get the likes up over 100,000. Hey, don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. Y'all can jump in. Y'all can jump in the box. Y'all can jump in the box. No Diddy. You know how it is when you know when you ain't sick no more, you still sick. You ain't sick no more until you still you still sick till you still sick till you ain't sick. So yeah, I'm in there. Shit all bad. Y'all know what it is. All right, we got some peoples in here. Mrs. Harris, good. What's up, Ms. Harris? Mrs. Harris, you there?
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't know that I clicked on. But I just wanted to say that I appreciate all that you do. And I do absolutely agree with you that gender is useless. I think it creates that so-called gender war that we've been experiencing for centuries. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that what you do. And I think that it's important to focus on the levels of oppression that accompany like these talks about gender, the misogyny, the racism. I just love all that you do. So
I appreciate you, Mrs. Harris. You already know what it is. Thanks for coming up. I know you was in there for a while, so and you did that before too. You came on, you was like, I didn't mean to request. I was like, oh shit, my fault. I'm gonna check next time. I'm gonna check with you I'm gonna hit you in the chat. Be like, you good? If you go, oh, I'm not. That way I know. But I appreciate you though.
Thank you.
No problem. Thanks for coming up. We working through it. Where my peoples at, man? My peoples, where my weeples at, man? Y'all in here wilding. Yeah, misogyny led to racism. Absolutely, misogyny led to racism. Misogyny kicked off the racism. We had the misogyny first. I think we had, look, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. If you want me to tell y'all what I think the evolution of the isms were, I think it was ableism first, then I think it was sexism, then I think it was racism. That's how I think the three isms, I think that's how that shit stacked up. I think ableism was first because I think both men and women, right? Like able-bodied people, because they're the collective, they're the majority. They could always ostracize somebody who was disabled, right? Or I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but I think that's what people would, what they would do. They would like ostracize those people, like, oh, they was born with a cleft palate. Oh, look at them. Oh, get them out they was born. Oh shit, I forgot about ageism. Damn, that's another one too. Fuck, that's in there too. Where that one's at? That's probably in there. That gotta fit. Oh man, that's tough. Probably in between. Yeah, probably ableism first, and then ageism, and then sexism, and then yeah, I can see that. I can see it being in that order. Yeah, classism before racism. Yeah, but I'm talking about those. Yeah, the exact. He said it. I was about to touch on it. Look, about the left-handed people, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, oh, a person being born left-handed. Stuff like that. Yeah, but I think in that order. Yeah, there's a lot of isms out there. Y'all don't hold me. But I think ableism started the whole shit off. I think ableism jumped off the whole shebang, and then the shit just fucking went crazy. Hey, shout out to all my lefties. My wife is a lefty. Shout out to all my lefties, man. I'm happy y'all here with us today. Hey, I'm happy y'all here with us today, all my lefties, man. Imagine if y'all was born just 80 years ago. That shit crazy. Y'all can't tell me the world not crazy. They used to unalive people for writing with they left. I think left-handed shit looks cooler. That's why I don't even understand this shit. I think being left-handed makes you look cooler. I think hoopers look dope. Like Nick Van Exel, don't be a lefty. Mike Vick, don't be a lefty. Like, I think being left-handed make you look vicious and whatever you do. I think it's fucked up how left-handed people gotta write, but hey, it look cool when they write. They gotta take all this weird-ass angle and do that shit because all the papers is made for righties. Cool. This shit is crazy. They was unaliving people for being left-handed. You can't make this shit up. I think ableism was first just because it was something easy. It was something for everybody to get behind. It was easy to get behind to get behind it, right? There's more able-bodied people, right? Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just they were born with one leg. Get them out the. What use are they in the tribe? They don't have a fucking leg. They can't do anything. What use are they? What use are they? Right? Or they were born with a disease or whatever that they couldn't fucking. They didn't know why. Did they blame it on some weird shit, some fucking curse or some dumb shit, like a bunch of shit like that. It was weird. It was all that's where I think it came from. I think a lot of the ableism was kind of like how religion is. It was like to explain the shit that we can't explain. They just like, oh, you was born that way because in a past life your mama slept with two donkeys in it. Like what? Be making up shit. Your daddy, I bet you was born like that because your daddy stole from the, like, nigga. Somebody came on my live and told me that my son's autism was caused because of the things that I'm saying here. And I was like, wait. That nigga damn near 12 years old. What you talking about? TikTok. I got on TikTok in 2020. What you talking about, fam? Oh my God. I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, I turn that shit back up because that shit still make me mad, bro.
I know. It's just shit you got to put up with in these spaces. It is what it is. What up, Kay?
Where have you been?
Hey, nah. Hold on. Don't do all that. Where the key at? Show me the key. I know the key look vicious. Let me see what the key look like.
The key's sick.
I know the key's sick. Let me see it. Let me see the key one time.
Wait, hold on. Let me see what I got in here.
I know the key. I already know the key look hard in the motherfucker. Let me see what it is.
What I got? Let me see what I got.
See what the key looking like.
I ain't got the key. Hold on. Let's see.
Hold on, who got the key?
Oh, that's my fan. Hold on.
Hold on. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, I gotta throw you. I gotta throw you on there.
Throw me on the big thing.
I did. There we go.
Your girl mad because your girl got a link. I can't even get my words together.
That stinking Lincoln.
Listen, my whole ass baby thought he ate. My whole ass baby daddy thought he ate. Hey, the bitch walked up in there. Gucci Mane worked my deal.
What?
Gucci Mane got me a 3.9% interest rate. Period. And that nigga look like Gucci Mane. And he sound like Big Boy. You know how Atlanta people is. But y'all know my whole ass baby daddy thought he ate, tried to fuck up my credit when he left. But
Every man. This shit funny as fuck. She said Gucci Mane sold her the car, but he sound like Big Boy. That's a motherfucker.
He sound like Big Boy.
That's a mind fuck.
My salesman went to FAMU and prayed for FAMU and from Jacksonville.
Oh, that's what's up.
Like, fucking alternate universe. I love this for me. All my people's in one room.
There you go.
But for real though, I got up here to say, twin, where have you been? I'm glad you're feeling better. But the division in society, the gender the gender thing reminds me of racism, and why I say it like this. I was listening to one of my favorite bloggers on YouTube, and he was saying, like, how they be saying unhinged shit in the comments about, oh, this the end of the world and the trans people taking over and shit like that. It's literally, and how he described it was perfect. He said, you have to think, people who went centuries with privilege, all of a sudden starting to feel their privilege being threatened.
Yep.
They're losing the power that they once held and that they have been empowered to maintain. Because, period, like, we have all empowered them to maintain that power. And all of a sudden, you have a few people that are saying, nah, bitch, we can all eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all have a seat at the table. And now it's like, oh my God, my rights are being violated and we're being pushed out.
Yeah.
But y'all whole ass was just yelling, build that wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit. How can you be the oppressor and the oppressed at the same damn time?
You can in America. It's one of the this shit is crazy over here.
But you know what? In America, I realize we have the struggle Olympics. Like a bitch just want to feel like they struggling worse than the next. Like you can't tell them about your struggles without them saying, "Well, bitch, I'm struggling like this." You know what I'm saying? Like
I just came across a video I had reposted recently. Watch out, baby. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Back up, bro. Not right now, dog. Get up out of here, bro. Beat it, bro. Come on, man. Damn. This fool.
What's up, Action Jackson?
So, this lady, she read an excerpt from this book, and it quoted Lindsey Graham. And Lindsey Graham said, you could do, it's just as effective to make white men, he said something to the effect of like, America is doing a bad job of producing enough angry white men, right? And then he went on to say that because if you could produce enough, it is just as effective to make people feel like they're oppressed as it is for them to actually be oppressed. So they'll respond exactly the same way. And if you want to look any further, look at January 6th, right? So if you make people feel oppressed, they'll react just like people that are actually oppressed. And that's what America is great at doing. And so America, they mastered it on white men, right? They mastered it on white men. But you see black men and every other man in between having the same sentiments when it comes to LGBTQI, whoever they could punch down on. Women, right? Ask your average man, who's more oppressed nowadays, men or women? Men. Men are more oppressed, right? Ask a black man that. Y'all just don't know what it's like to be a black man in America. Hey man, black men had me so tight this weekend. I ain't gonna even hold y'all real quick. Y'all gotta give me a second, get this one off, because I've been waiting to talk about this, and I'm glad we talk about it now. With the whole 4B movement, right? Conversations that was happening this weekend, the amount of black men that kept saying that black women are co-opting or what's it called? Culturally appropriating South Korean women from participating in this movement and trying to establish it in America was ridiculous. It was nuts. I was like, what? They were literally saying that black women, they were saying black women. I'm not making this up. I'm not paraphrasing. This is what I heard on several panels from several men several times over. Like I heard it so many times that you heard it too, Tara, that black women were co-opting the 4B movement, or I'm sorry, culturally appropriating, which told me a couple things. A, they don't know what cultural appropriation is. that was the first thing it told me. I was like, okay, so y'all don't know what cultural appropriation is. First and foremost, let's get that out the way. But what else is new? And secondly, it told me that they are just trying to use whatever tactics they have, right? Because they don't really have anything to push back on. Because like Dad laid out before, what she said it. I love what she said. She said that the 4B movement is basically all the shit that Ben told us to do. We just gonna do it. We gonna listen to him. Right? So they really don't have an argument. Y'all told women, keep the body count down. Choose better. Stop choosing the Pookies and Ray Rays. Okay, we're not going to choose any of you. Cool, you win. Right? So what the fuck can a man say to that? You mad at that? You want a low body count? How about no body count? What's lower than no? Right? So they don't really have a rebuttal. So they're doing everything they can besides actually going against the movement. They don't have anything against the movement. All they have is the movement's not going to work. Black women are culturally appropriate, or women. Even if it ain't black women, you just say American women. American women are culturally appropriating South Korean women, and y'all gonna die alone with your cats, which is they go to. That's all they got. They don't. When they cannot refute the argument, they always try to attack it from the outside. They can never attack it from the inside. Never. And that's where we're at now. But I heard that shit so many fucking times this weekend. I was getting dizzy from that shit. I was like, when did this happen? Go ahead, Tara.
No, I just want to say, them arguing against 4B makes the manipulation text look so clear now.
Yeah.
Because it's like literally like y'all just trying to make anything up, and a lot of people are saying like, y'all, it's not gonna work. I'm like, you don't even know what it's for.
You don't even know what it's for.
You don't even know what it's for.
How do you know it ain't gonna work?
I was at Franklin's live debating 7 people. None of them. It was 6 of us. None of them knew what they were talking about. But it just shows like how egocentric it is. I'm like, you do realize this is like something women want to do, but to help the whole community. And y'all keep talking about y'all private parts. And the way y'all talking about this is deplorable. Like the way they've been talking about, first of all, they've been threatening to hurt us. And then saying that like, well, what about the babies? Like y'all ain't talking about nothing about connection and missing us, and loving us, none of that. Like it's hard.
It's denial. But wait, I got it. Wait, he said there was a man on live today hosting a 4G movement from me. Please, can somebody tell me what the 4G movement? Do I care? Do I care? Should I care?
What G stand for?
What does the G stand for? Come on, give it to me.
Gaslight. What is gaslight? Egregious. Fucking egregious.
The G in egregious is capitalized. Hey, what the G stand for though? Guilt trip.
I've been Gucci, man.
Y'all terrible. 4G what, man? Hold on. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it goofy. Hey, the 4 goofy movement is crazy. Hold on, wait. What is it though? What the 4G stand for? Oh, T, you was there? Hold on. This shit funny as fuck to me. I don't know what the fuck going on. Y'all funny as shit.
I was screaming from the comments. So wait a minute, y'all didn't hear 4G? It's called 4 guys. Just guys. The word guys.
Made that up on the spot, T. I swear to God.
I called it. Yeah, he did. I called it the 4 grandpas because the guy who did it is old. He's old. I was saying, okay, that must be 4 grandpas because the guy is old. He's already like in a senior, like he looks pretty old. He looks up there.
That movement only gonna have 4 guys in it. But wait, how? That's not, y'all say that shit out loud. Any man that thinks that shit makes sense, say.
Here's the thing though, he said that the 4G movement
movement is men concentrating on themselves. We're going to go in our corner and uplift ourselves because manhood is threatened.
Okay, so
manhood is threatened.
So the 4G movement is the red pill movement. Okay, cool.
Yes, and they said we are going to basically be celibate and like you said, choose like the high value woman. We're going to align ourselves with the high value woman.
It took them forever to come up with it though, because when the girl originally asked him, well, what does the G stand for? He was like, well, what does the B stand for? Asking her over and over. Yes. And so she was like, well, it just means no this, that, this, and the third. He was like, and then maybe about 5 minutes into the conversation, he finally was like, it stands for the G's, and we're going to. It was
the guys.
Wait a minute, hold on, you forgot.
That sounds
He misspelled celibate wrong. He had to pause the live.
What live was this?
Celibate.
I was in everybody live today. How did I miss this live?
He misspelled the word celibate. He had to pause the live to rewrite the name celibate because he spelled the word wrong, and he had to continue the live.
It said celebrate.
Y'all know what? I have another G.
Oh my God.
To be delusional. To be
oh my God.
Ignorant.
You missed a really funny line. The guys were saying, this is why we were saying the 4B movement is very important, why we got to distance ourselves from men. Because this guy was telling a woman that she was leading a man on because
thanks, Lala. I'm going to check it.
She invited him into her apartment. Mind you, she said, you're a guy friend. Like, I don't mind bringing you in my house. And he said you was leading that guy on, allowing him to come into your house. And she went, how? He's just coming inside my house. And he was saying that if you bring him in your apartment, it's you and him alone, that means that y'all gonna do something. Like, he was totally gaslighting the woman, saying how that means, like, you're, like, that's something sexual in nature.
Interesting.
And we were saying that, whoa, that's red flags, dude. What makes you think that that's an invitation to smex because you in a woman's apartment? Like, these dudes, like, they was just red flags all over in that live. I couldn't help but to laugh, but at the same time, you dudes are serious.
They be serious as a heart attack. You better take them niggas seriously.
The guy was getting angry. Some guy named Craig and him, he was getting very serious, saying, I can't believe this is happening. This is scary.
I don't trust no nigga with the name
women
Craig.
Don't want to be with the men. Now the men talk about being celibate. Oh my God, this is scary.
I ain't never met a nigga named Craig I trusted. Craig is it. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I don't know. It's something about that name. That's a name from the 80s. That's an 80s name.
They said we copied it from the Korean women. You copied it from the Korean women anyway. And then West 4B came up there and explained this. Said, no, actually the Korean women copied it from black women. The Me Too movement inspired them. And also in Liberia, the women were saying we're going to frame from men for their survival. So if you really want to go there, the Korean women got the inspiration from black women and from the women in Africa. So,
that's facts.
And he didn't know nothing about
no, you know they don't know nothing about that.
Nothing.
Also,
see, I heard somebody say y'all hijacking Korean women stuff. This ain't y'all stuff.
He said y'all stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they own. So I just wanted to say that's crazy. Hey, East, you got a screenshot? You got like a screenshot of it? Please. I need a visual. I don't even lie. I need a visual. This shit sound made up. Y'all just be.
Part of 4B is like you have to decenter first, and I love the fact that their arguments are so ridiculous now because like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, Terry. I know. I seen him. Yeah, I seen him. I scrolled right past him. I thought he was in jail. I thought that was jail time.
Yeah, you almost caught me with my hair in the afro. Took my hair out. Yeah, this is it. I don't know this dude's
was saying, yep, this is it. This was the live.
Yeah, I thought that was jail talk. That's why I scrolled past it. I looked, I was like, man, not jail talk.
Say jail talk.
Crazy. Look at his face. He look crazy.
I told you he's an old guy. He's old. I said the 4 grandpas. I said, dude, you're already limp. So what do you talk about being celibate? You ain't got no choice. You can't do anything with it no more.
This the lonely man. The lonely man they be talking about. They definitely be on here.
Damn, that's crazy.
Can someone write his name in the comments because I don't know his name. Because like I said, homie, he's at a limp age. I don't know.
When you said limp,
celibate.
When you said limp, I got another G. Gelatin. Cause that's the name. They say gummy. Gummy bear. The 4 gummies.
Why y'all? Hold on. How did he? See, every time I let you up here, you end up talking about how niggas need blue chews. This shit is crazy at this point. Every single time without fail. T up here, we gonna end up talking about how niggas need blue chews to get it going.
Yes, they do. Listen, it's the red pill ideology with the blue pill. I'm just saying. I never met men that are so angry that gets it all the time. And it's always these old men. So I go, oh, you can't do anything. Bet. I know why you're angry. I know why you're angry. That's what ended up on me getting mentioned on Tea Time. The dude, New Jack, came up in there angry because I said that he was limp.
Yeah, he was mad at you too. He was mad at me too. I don't know why.
He was yelling at my name. He's like, T Scorpio, a storyteller, T Scorpio.
And they called it the purple. And Lydia called it the purple pill when you mix the blue with the red.
You mean business.
Hey, when you mix the blue with the red, it's the purple pill. That's fucking crazy.
That's why, man, I'm telling you, it's just that their meetings, they all pass the blue pill. They all pass the blue pill.
Damn.
I'm telling you.
I've been giving red pill shout outs for real because I feel like it's only been like a week since a lot of people been like supporting it. They really getting the word out there. I'm like, I'm shocked. Y'all doing y'all thing right now.
Oh my God, man. I don't feel I can't even laugh. This shit. Every time I laugh, I feel like my chest my chest about to fucking cave in. Oh my God. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get on. I got some people in the queue. I appreciate y'all coming up.
I didn't even make the point I was gonna make.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tara. Make the point.
I'm gonna make it real quick.
Go ahead.
So y'all know how we say, you know how we say all men until there's no men, and then
Thanks,
they say no, and then we gotta be like, no, we don't mean all that. I think we should say all men. I think we should say all men instead of saying no, not you, because I feel like it not absolving a person of any responsibility. We talking about the concept of man, like what you're saying. Like if we say being a man is a concept of it, let's not focus on not all men, because once they hear that, they be like, oh, you're not talking about men.
Yeah.
No, we talking about you, but we talking about the concept of what a man is. I think that's all I want to say. We should all say all men every time.
Men know it's all men till it's no men, and how I know is what else, Sean? I know every man know it's all men till it's no men because ask a man how he gonna act if he go to prison. If it ain't all men, how you go ask a man what he think about prison? Oh man, they be in there getting what all men. Now all of a sudden you understand it's all men till it's no men. But on the street, all of us is what do you mean? There's some good guys out there. I'm a good guy. Believe in me, bro. I'm a good guy. Nah, nigga.
All right, thanks for letting me up.
All right, Tara. It's all men till it's no men until your man in prison. It's all men till it's no men until your ass in prison. That shit crazy. Y'all be knowing. That's when y'all be knowing then. The 4G, good guys. 4 good guys. Oh my God, man. The purple pill, crazy. The purple pill, wow. I might have to throw that on something. That's funny. I might have to throw that on a hat or something. That's crazy.
You know what throws me? It's crazy that the main supporters of the passport bros want to use the word cultural appropriation at all. Like that don't sound asinine to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The same people who are going out and getting women specifically because they're of other cultures and have different religious views and have all these other things so that you can go in and do that thing. But the women saying they don't want to mess with any men is cultural. Yeah, I got it. Anyways,
yeah, that's cool. Only in America, only in South Korea. No, nigga, that's not.
And another thing, I'm a really need. Okay, so because no one's been able to answer this one question that I really have. Right, I'm gonna need all the men who care so strongly against the 4B movement. Right. Mm-hmm. How is the 4B movement not women taking accountability? Because I'm gonna be honest, one of the main things that I personally have been seeing from commentary from men is women never, even with this 4B movement, women never take accountability. This is women not taking account. How is this literally not taking accountability? They are doing all of the things that y'all have so much vitriol against. Y'all upset at unmarried women having kids and being baby mothers. So women said that they're opting out of having kids and they're opting out of marriages, right? Mm-hmm. So that eliminates that issue. Y'all say you don't want women raising these kids alone, and so they're opting out of that. You say that they choose wrong and they don't have discernment, and women need to do all these things. And women are saying, well, obviously we can't do it correctly, so we just gonna opt out. At what point is accountability not taken? And this goes back to the conversation we had a few months ago. Accountability for a lot of y'all is hanging a woman in the streets and parading her like a slave that she is and executing her in the town hall. That's really what accountability is for a lot of y'all. And I think y'all are losing your minds because women are basically saying, is this or nothing? And it's such an issue for y'all for some weird reason. I don't get it. Go ahead.
Accountability to them in the real world example is it looks like a single mother living in poverty.
But see, the thing is, I would accept that public if they would go, well, all the women that currently are single mothers go do that, and all of the rest of you don't go do that. But they're not doing that. They're going, well, those of you that are not there yet, well, you trying to not be there is still not you taking accountability. You, even though you haven't had a kid and you're not a baby mother yet, the fact that you are opting out of having sex with us, well, now you're still in the wrong and you're still not taking accountability because you should have done this, that, and the third instead of just saying no to us. It's like, the math ain't, I don't, like
It's because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
The Pythagorean theorem is not theoreming. Like, what the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm. It ain't no fun when the homies can't have none.
When the bunnies jump off with the buns.
I don't get it. It's just, and again, and from a place of not even, and I know a lot of them just be chatting for real, like they don't really have a point to make, but I would genuinely like someone to articulate how that thought process is corollary, because they continue, like, you continuously have the topic, what do you want women to take accountability for? They come up here and either give a half-ass answer or they can't answer, and for the ones that give a half-ass answer, we basically are doing all, like Klopp said, we're basically giving y'all what y'all are asking for, and y'all are still mad, like, and then not only are y'all mad, y'all are threatening women, like, no, let's talk about it. Y'all are going online and telling women who follow the 4B movement, basically, I've seen multiple threads on Twitter, on TikTok, basically of men going, well, when men want what they want, they're going to get it either way. Y'all are threatening to assault women because they don't want to fuck y'all? Are y'all for real? Is this really where we are as a society? I mean, that's a self-answered question, but really, guys?
Like, I took a screenshot of somebody leaving a comment saying, let's just go to war, and whoever wins are the ones that have to submit.
Like, shit like that.
What? Huh? Yes. Somebody put that somewhere?
Yeah, he said, let's just go to war, meaning men and women.
Yeah.
Let's just go to war, and the ones that lose are the ones that have to submit.
But okay. So, A, we already know that's fucking crazy. But B, that war already was fought and women already lost. And they're already doing it. Like, that's the whole point. That is why women are rejecting it right now, because the war had already been, if that war ever was fought, it was a proverbial war that was fought. But like, if that war was fought, women already lost. And now women are like, nope, we got to fight the war a different way, because fighting it that way, we lose. So let's fight it this way. They just took.
Like, so you want to go to war with women because your answer is let's go to war, but women's answer, if we're because we were talking about the 4B movement, was to just abstain, like not bother y'all at all. And your response to that is let's unalive each other.
Yeah.
Sham, like that's really the only solution they could come up with is our way or the highway. Literally, our way or the highway.
That's
and
one.
The highway to heaven at that.
That's one person is really a dumb response. That's one person.
Y'all, like we don't sit on these panels and hear y'all sit there and jerk each other off in a circle with 80,000 of y'all in the fucking live talking about this very point. Like y'all love to say it's one point, and then when women go, well, no, here's 30 fucking examples. You go, well, those aren't men, those are boys. Like you will continuously move the goalposts as to why that's not. Just say that you don't agree with. Like if the shoe don't fit. If the shoe don't fucking fit, why do y'all fight so hard to protect the person wearing the shoe?
Look, who is y'all? Not me. You.
I know this isn't the topic, but I'm going to bring it back and relate it to the topic. Because they always, this is from, again, the group that is always talking about, oh, we're so divided, let's come together. But what you want is for us to shut up, keep the status quo, accept things the way they are, but just come together and stay together. Not change anything, not, throw the system away, not make any improvements, just women shut up, stop complaining, accept it for what it is, and let's come together. And if women say, that doesn't sound like a good idea to me, oh, y'all just want to be divided. Y'all just want to be divisive. And that's going back to the point of the concept of gender is useless, is because men are only thinking about this from the standpoint of men versus women. They're not seeing how like the 4B movement can potentially benefit everybody and benefit us all, like it's doing in South Korea. They only see, oh, women are hurting my feelings or doing something to me personally by removing their access or removing access, from me. And so they are actively going to war against me. Like the way that you can make somebody like literally just leaving you alone altogether a threat to you is crazy.
Wow, that's a wild role reversal.
Right? Like you see somebody literally saying, you know what, I'm just not gonna bother you anymore in any way. How dare you? You are divisive. You are the fall of the community. By leaving you alone, not bothering you at all. If it was just words, it'd be different. They are physically threatening women that agree with the 4B movement with bodily harm. That's what's really the really, really egregious part. They're basically saying you are going to do this, whether it be by your choice or by force. You are going to do this.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
What up, BPG? Cool glasses.
Oh my God, I love those glasses. Yeah, I think the sad part is for a lot of men. Somebody said in the comments that that this movement could dismantle capitalism, and I think for men, when we talk about the buzzword of TikTok, oppressive systems, again and again and again, I say and I say and I say that all of them work together. Men are willing to continue to invest into capitalistic systems, even when it gets to this level of extreme. Because let's be honest, the 4B movement isn't just about women and gender roles and misogyny. It is about capitalism as well. There is no need to be in a relationship where you have to uphold gender roles and you go into the workforce, you don't have support as a mother, and you can't afford the kid, because that's the other thing that is a huge part of it. These women also can't afford childcare. They also can't afford to have these kids because the income isn't matching the rent or is matching the amount of money you need for bills. Like you literally you're trying to figure out how to survive on your own, and you don't want a baby to add to that mix. And you see the same thing happening with American women. Women are choosing by and large not to have children because, for one, they can't afford them, but also when they get into these relationships are dangerous for them. Like there was a saying, I can't remember what the word was in Korean, but if a woman gets out of a relationship without a violent altercation, she considers that a safe breakup. Like that's the wild part. They already have a phrase for what that means to get out of a relationship safely. Like, that's how often that's happening. And for men, because of the fact that they're willing to still hold up these oppressive systems, they don't even care to think about the fact that, look, hey, me being a better person is not going to mean that women will change their mind in the 4B movement, because we still can't afford to have kids. She's not choosing to just avoid you. She's avoiding kids as well, and marriage as well, because of the fact that financially it's not making sense. Like, it's not, it really ain't just about you.
Yeah.
Like, it's about how the whole is coming up. And I think that it ties into the topic that you have when you talk about gender dividing us and causing more harm than it is help. These gender roles literally stifle men and women into spaces where we are making less, because men are supposed to do stereotypical roles, or stereotypical jobs. Women are supposed to do stereotypical jobs, and it's leaving people to, they're not doing the things that they actually desire to do, the things that, you know, they have the ability to do. They're being locked out of. There are men who are amazing nurses and who could be amazing teachers or child care providers, who are being locked out of those spaces because of the fact that historically, for one, men have been socialized to be dangerous in those spaces, and or they don't have the ability to try to get those kinds of jobs because people have stereotypes around men being around children, or, you know, being in those nurturing roles. The same thing with women. Women are being locked out of construction. Women are being locked out of upper level management jobs. It's not just about men and centering women not having sex with them, but because they're willing to uphold those oppressive systems, they are willing to make idle threats about women, for one, that they ain't gonna meet, and women that they don't need to be in a relationship with, because some of them married. Some of them already got somebody to hunch on.
Yep.
Like,
that'd be the wildest part. Hey, but wait up. I'm sorry. I brought somebody up. I like to, if I bring somebody up, I gotta make sure we address them. I don't want to keep it. GD, you was asking, but you said you got it right. I don't know if you you said you understood it now. What we were saying about the prompt.
Background, and I was like, "What are you saying?" Because I've been in your live before. I usually like what you be saying. I'm like, let me listen. So I listen, and what she said made sense. I agree with that. I think gender roles force people into thinking they have to live a certain way, and men who live in those gender roles look at women and say, "Oh, this woman needs to cook. She needs to clean. She needs to do these things. She needs to do laundry." And women who look at men in those gender roles say, "Well, he needs to take out the trash. He needs to do this and that." So yeah, I get it. I agree. I had to listen though, because I didn't get what you meant. But
yeah, the whole, you can't. I can't imagine a world where gender exists but gender roles don't. Because to me, the whole idea of what gender is just a bunch of gender roles. That's what it is. By definition, it's just what do we think men are supposed to do? What do we think women are supposed to do? What makes you? It's the same thing. So they're like, so the whole idea of gender is all it is just fucking a bunch of gender roles being played out. You know what I mean? Like in various capacities or whatever in various capacities or whatever the case may be. So it's like, okay, as it pertains to kids, how are men supposed to act? Men are supposed to be protectors and providers and disciplinarians. How are women supposed to react? How are women supposed to be with children? They're supposed to be nurturing and patient and the teacher or whatever the case may be, right? They're supposed to cook. They're supposed to clean. What are men supposed to do? They're supposed to go out and make money and bring home the money, or go hunting and bring home the kid. Like, that's what, those are just gender roles. That's all it is. What makes a man? Oh, what makes me a man? Go, whatever.
Yeah, but how do you explain that? That's the thing. I think that's where people get things messed up, because they have this idea of what a man is or what a woman is based on gender roles, because in their mind, like, you're not a real man if you don't do A, B, and C, or you're not a real woman if you don't do A, B, and C. But the men who don't live a certain way, they're still men. What about the women who live a certain way? They're still women. Some women might not be nurturing. That's the thing. Men not want to side in construction. That's the thing.
So that's why that's a perfect reason. I 100% agree. That's a perfect reason why gender should be done away with. Because who should be able to tell you, if you want to paint your nails, wear dresses, and fucking chase butterflies, you know what I'm saying? As a man, I'm saying in your spare time, you know what I'm saying? That's one of your hobbies or whatever the case may be. Who is to tell you that that's not appropriate? Why isn't that appropriate? Does it make you feel good? Yeah. Okay, cool. Do it. It doesn't hurt anybody? No. Do it. Do it all the time. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't hurt you. Do it all the time. Do it as much as you possibly can. Perfect. As long as it doesn't hurt you or hurt somebody, like who fucking cares? But in our society now, you would be looked at, they would look down on you. Oh, look, if y'all haven't been paying attention, there's been like a sudden like surge of, or there's a lot of representation of like feminine presenting men, like that, that do things that men would consider to be feminine, like painting their fingernails. Like the dude Caleb Williams is a quarterback for USC, painted his fingernails. He had a pink case and he painted his fingernails and he's just holding his case. Do y'all know that for a week straight on ESPN, on the sports blog rag, side of they just talked about, like, it was like half were saying like, you can't be a leader with painted fingernails, nobody's gonna take you seriously, and then the other half was like, I don't see what the big deal is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then another player did it, the player that just dropped like 40 points in the tournament or whatever from NC State, or from Duke, I'm sorry, it was a player from Duke. He was like talking, he had painted fingernails, and they were like, that's not a man, and then I'm like, that motherfucker just dropped 40 points in the NCAA tournament. What do you mean? I don't care what he is, I want him on my fucking team. He just dropped 40 points in the Elite Eight. Like, yeah, get that, bring that guy, put him on the team. Like that, we need him on the team, right? But it's like, like they're still. The craziest thing is like, that's what it looks like now, and I'm actually proud to some extent. Not proud, but we have progressed, because even in my lifetime, right? Even in my lifetime, the way that we talk about painted fingernails now is the way that the generation before us used to talk about people with tattoos and ear piercings. Not even the gauges, just the regular. I had my ears pierced. It was like, you got it on the right. You got it on the left. Oh, you can't wear that dangly. That's like, it was always that. Oh, you got tattoos. Yeah. I'm an '80s baby. So you talk about the '90s. Did nobody had no tattoos in the '90s? Not in high school. Not like, yeah, nah, that shit, you had to wait. Now you go to a high school game, they sleeved up. They 17 years old, like with sleeves and shit like that. I'm like, it is what it is. But we was getting judged for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's painted figure. Like it's always something though. Like motherfuckers always got to try to find something to vilify people and to try to basically just hold you down. Right? Ultimately, looking for a reason to not believe in you or whatever the case may be. Go ahead, Shay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the worst part is that we see it as early as like children and babies. Like I feel like it happens to boys and girls, but I feel like people overly scrutinize little boys. Like they just aren't allowed to be like, even I'm talking about toddlers. Like 2-year-old toddler boys getting whooped for playing with their sister's dolls.
Yep.
Or, trying on their mama's shoes, or, just doing typical shit that every toddler, every child is going to do. Like, because kids don't have that. They don't think about it that way. They're just playing. They like what they like. They want to play. I don't care if it's a doll. I don't care if it's a toy kitchen, a baby, whatever you want to call it. They just see it as playing and having a good time. They see them as toys. But we as adults put all of our gender constructs onto them, and we try to like beat the gender into them that they're supposed to perform. And especially as a mother of a son, I see it all the time. Like my son walks around with Elsa and Anna dolls because he loves Frozen. He loves the Elsa and Anna dolls. Mm-hmm. But it's constantly having to combat people looking at him weird or looking at me weird for letting him do it, or other little kids, other little boys telling him, oh, that's for girls. Why? It's a movie. Anybody could watch the movie. It's a movie on Disney. Why? Because he's a little boy supposed to immediately not like Frozen the movie and not want to play with the toys that match Frozen the movie. It doesn't make any sense. And that's how there's no basis to it. People just see like, oh, those are dolls for girls. Period. Yep. Not, oh, this is a kid movie that was made for children, and any child, boy or girl, could like the movie and also like the toys associated with the movie.
Shit, we had dolls when I was growing up. We had dolls. We called them GI Joes. Yeah, we called them Transformers.
Those are fine. If you walked around with the Spider-Man, and we don't get them looks then. When you walk around with his Spider-Man and his Buzz Lightyear, cool, no problem. The minute you walk around with Elsa and Anna, it's an issue. It's dumb.
Yep. Nah, I know they were action figures. You're talking about the little ones. That's how I know y'all young. Nah, we had big ass fucking GI Joes that used to be like this fucking. They used to be this big, like dolls. Yeah, y'all talking about them little mini ones? Nah, bruh. Big ones. We had the big ones. They were just like dolls.
Action figures to make y'all feel better and to make your parents buy them because they couldn't call them dolls because that's for girls.
What's the?
It was legit Ken dolls with army gear on. Like,
that's all they took them from the same mold and put some more muscles on them and threw some fatigues on the niggas. Like, what are y'all talking about? And put them in a different packaging. They were dolls. They were dolls. That's all they were. They were dolls.
Was married to one. My Barbie had her
action figures.
That's why I remember.
Hey, y'all see the propaganda working in real time? Action figures. That's wild. Y'all don't think the propaganda be working? Those are dolls.
He doesn't know what an action figure is. He calls Buzz Lightyear and Spider-Man dolls just like
them is dolls, because they dolls. I call them all dolls. They're dolls. Those are dolls. Yeah, those are dolls. Absolutely. All of them. Like, come on, man. Be fucking for real. So he making himself feel better. You're not about to, he basically just told us we're not going to ruin his childhood by telling them he played with dolls. That's all he just told us. And that's cool.
Somebody said most boys do not want to sit and play tea and diaper a baby doll. That's not true. We don't allow boys to do. Little boys want to do, and little girls want to do typically the same things. You think a little boy is just born with like, no, I just want to like kick stuff over and play in the dirt, and no, they want to do that too. But also they love to do a nice tea set and play with a baby doll and put a diaper on it and pretend to be a parent because they watch what you do and they want to mimic it. Why do you think that is solely for girls to watch what their moms and dads do with them and want to mimic it on a little baby doll? Literally. And the funny part is, and I think I've told this story before, my son, when he was little, I mean, for months, he was asking about this doll. He wanted this baby doll so bad. Because that's when they had first came out with the baby born, the boy version. Like, it was and they advertised it as that, you know, the baby boy version. And I mean, he was obsessed with getting this doll. And he kept asking for a baby. And at first, my husband was like, "Well, no, we not getting that. We not getting that." And initially, he was very much against it. But then he finally asked, like, "Why do you want a baby doll so bad?" And he was like, "I just want to be a good dad like my dad." And I was like, "Well, who can argue with it? Like, agree. Say no now." You know what I mean? He came.
Try it.
Like, he made sure that he had the whole set and everything. But, like, that's the thing. When you're trying to drill these gender roles into your kids, like, for one, people don't even ask their kids what the motivation behind that is. Like, you so busy obsessed with, for one, your child's sexuality. And they small kids, they don't care. That's not what they think.
I be asking. I'm an asker.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm a big time asker. Where'd you get that from?
With your kids, but if you ask 9 times out of 10 with kids, because they do that. Kids are really like, I'm not gonna.
How you don't be wait. How you don't be interested in what be making your kids tick? That should be real interesting to me.
Sometimes, because they gonna tell me the answer, and sometimes I don't be wanting.
Nah, I be wanting to know.
Literally, that's what I was about to say. Kids are sick and twisted people because
they are
5 questions in a row. The first 3 questions is answers that you ain't never needed to know in your life. Like, you ain't need to know that. You didn't want to know that. But then the last 2 will be the sweetest answers you've ever heard in your life, and they will completely melt you to pieces. You be like, this is why I had kids.
I need it.
The 6th question, and you regret it all over again.
But look, last night, my son was watching a Netflix movie. It's called Nimona, I think. Nimona. It's something. It's like this shape-shifting girl or whatever, and this, you know, whatever this prince, whatever the hell. If you guys know, you know, right? So my son's watching it, and he had just started watching the movie, and Nimona. I thought it was because it was Easter, and we're not religious at all. For one split second, I thought the movie was the Prince of Egypt, the cartoon version.
Mm-hmm.
Which y'all, if y'all ever seen that, I know that movie problematic in so many ways, but that shit kind of fire. I ain't gonna even host you.
Prince of Egypt is a dope movie in real life.
That's a pretty dope flick, man. I don't know. It is what it is. I like the flick. I like the music. It was a good movie. Whatever. So, but I hadn't seen it in so long, and the cinematography kind of looked just for like 1 second. I was like, "What is this?" Like questioning. I'm just because I'm thinking it's a Prince of Egypt. So, and at the time when I'm saying it, right, like within my son has seen this movie, the movie that he was watching. He had seen it a couple times already. I had never seen it all the way through. I think I caught the end a couple times. So long story short, when I said it at that point in time, the two men were like holding hands. They were like touching hands. It was two men. They were touching hands, like holding hands. And then my son was like, "Oh, well, he responded to. He thought I was saying like that was inappropriate. He was like, well, I mean, that's kind of weird or whatever." And I was like, so right when he said it, I clocked it, and I was like, I was like, wait, what do you mean? What's weird? You know what I'm saying? And then I told him before he even said it, just to let him know. I was like, I thought it was the Prince of Egypt. Just so you know, I didn't know what this movie was. I was asking, I thought it was Prince of Egypt. And then he was like, oh, and I was like, well, why did you say it was weird? And then why did you think I thought it was weird? And he was like, he was kind of fumbling, trying to figure out the words. And I was like, because those two men were touching hands. And he said, yeah. And I was like, what's weird about two men touching hands? And then he was like, nothing. Two men can touch hands. I was like, exactly. So what's weird about it? And then he was like, nothing. And I was like, okay. So it's like little shit, you know what I'm saying? Little big shit like that you just gotta, every single time that shit crop up, you gotta fucking chop it the fuck down. You gotta chop it down.
It also makes you do it in real time.
Yes.
That's why, 100% they do make you a better person. I don't
For sure.
If you want to be a better person. But, because same with the doll BPG. I didn't immediately, the minute he started asking for Frozen dolls, was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I wish I was that progressive. But no,
nope.
Of course,
I
said no a couple times first because I thought it was kind of like
that's the reflex. That's the reflex.
Yeah, that's the reflex. And I thought it was like, oh, he'll get over it. No, he didn't get over it. He really wanted it. And so eventually I started to feel like an asshole for saying no.
Now you're making it weird for him. Now it's like, why can't I have it? Now you got to explain to him why. And it's like, then it won't make no sense to him because you can't tell him, well, that's not what boys do. Now you sound stupid.
He's two.
So
he was two. And it was so bad. I grew up in this society just like the rest of us. I live in the South. I live in Georgia.
Yeah.
So when my son started asking me this stuff, my baby is 2 and I'm Googling, does my son have gender dysmorphia? I'm embarrassed, but I'm going to be honest. Being honest, right?
Moms y'all be, especially with the first babies, we be, everybody, not just moms, parents, we be hyper. What's that? Sure. That nigga coughing? Oh my God. Let me.
I'm Googling everything. I want to make sure. And Google
I hate WebMD.
Fucking ridiculous. He's two. But it really does make you a better person because it makes you have to really evaluate why do I think this or why do I feel this way? What is the big deal? And then once you go down that rabbit hole, you realize, oh, it's just me, caving to societal conditioning and propaganda. And how do I expect to raise a better human if I can't be one?
Facts.
That's weird. And the crazy part is just like both of y'all said, truthfully, it puts you in a place where you have to check your own ideas because having a problematic idea is not the issue. The issue is when you deny that you have that problematic idea and you don't check it.
Yes.
You have to be willing to follow through. And a lot of parents, even with the exchange that you were talking about, public, a lot of parents are scared to ask the question. They are terrified to ask because imagine how different that conversation would have been if your son was like, well, they were touching hands and I kind of relate to that. You know what I mean? I saw myself in those guys who were falling in love or whatever they was doing.
Oh, they be afraid of, okay, because I was sitting there well, yeah, I got you. They would be afraid to hear that. I got you. Yep.
They would be terrified to hear that because now I'm dealing with something different.
Yep.
And a lot of parents, because of the fact that, honestly, they see their kids as reflections of themselves in a negative way where they want to figure out how to make them kids into everything they couldn't be. So now any deviation from that, any career choice, any relationship, any, decisions that you make, is now the end of the world because you're not a good reflection of me, and now you're an embarrassment to me, and I needed you to be my do-over. But you have to be willing to check your own biases. You know that they're there because we all were socialized in that way. Of course, we have all had some homophobic ideas.
Oh, for
we've
sure.
had some anti-black ideas. We've had some misogynistic ideas.
No doubt.
You gotta be willing to check it.
I will say, when it was funny when you were just talking about the saying no for a while, you know what I'm saying? They be asking you to do stuff and you be like, no. That's how my son was. When he wanted to paint his fingernails. He wanted to paint his toenails and his fingernails. Asked for years. My wife would tell him no. Nah. Finally, she was just like, I ran out of reasons. I couldn't, like, what was the... I couldn't tell him no, it didn't make no sense. And I was like, cool, you know. He did it, and I was like, oh, cool, you know, painted it, whatever. I'd walk him through, like, hey, if you want to wear it to school, sure, you can wear it to school, but just so you know, people might talk about you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't telling you don't do it. I'm telling you, if they do, I mean, you know, if you do, this might happen, because I ain't about to let you go out in the world naked. That's something completely different. So you know, it is what it is. But my son is so funny because my son, like BPG, when you were saying, like, he might have been like, oh, I see myself in that or whatever. That's how when he say bye to his homies, they be, give me a hug. They see him since he was little, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. He say bye. He don't say bye to his homies with daps and shit. Like, he don't do all that shit. Johnny, come here, group hug, guys. I'm leaving. I'm going for the day. Give me a hug. That's the type of thing. He's still like that. That's who he is. He's the same.
Hug people. He got us, like, he's very loving. And
my son is too.
You can't suppress that in a kid. Like,
oh, you can't. No, you can. You can.
You shouldn't.
You should. I was gonna say they do. They do. They do. They do.
But that's how we know.
Most of the conversations we have on TikTok we could avoid if these dudes, mamas and daddies, would have let them hug their friends.
Man, I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. They can see I could tell his friends don't. I could tell he on that type of time. You know what I'm saying? I could tell it's him that's doing that. It ain't, you know, like, because they'll do it. Don't get me wrong, but I could tell it's like he's the one that really be down for that shit. Like, yeah, no, hey man, come here, Miguel, come here, man. I'm leaving. Hey, Miguel, bye, Miguel. Hold on, I'm leaving for the weekend. I need a hug. That's how he is, because that's how he is at home. He do the same shit at home with me. So that's just who he is.
That's so sweet. Like, so many people have the same experience with their sons. Like, it's not just us, you know, three talking about this on the live. Like, I hear this a lot with other people I know who have sons, or, you know, I've always worked with kids. I've seen this time and time again with little boys. They don't come out like this. They really don't. Like, it has to be kind of beaten into them.
They be nice.
All the wrong things are beaten into them, and all the right things are beaten out of them. And I don't mean, well, sometimes, yeah, literally beaten, but just like,
yeah, I know,
you know,
figuratively, mentally beaten, yeah, whatever. Yeah.
And it hardens them, and it turns them into the men that we sit up here and complain about. But all of the good things that they just come with naturally, they're born loving, sweet, innocent little people, and that's the part that we snuff out of them, and we put all the wrong shit in.
I will say, I'm sitting there looking at my son, and then I even could think back to I got little random memories of myself still, even though I'm old as dirt. But like, excuse me, I got little random memories of myself from when I was 5, 6, and, you know, just feelings that I had and how I remember. Like, I was like a sensitive kid. I wasn't like a sensitive kid. I was a sensitive kid. You know what I'm saying? My brother was even more sensitive than I am. And he still is more sensitive than I am to this day. You know what I'm saying? But I and my brother, we got a lot of that shit got not beat out of us by our mom. It got beat out of us by society. You know what I'm saying? Because and society's going to do it anyway. But what happens is that when you go home, you don't get, nobody pours it back into you. Nobody reaffirms, you know what I'm saying? Nobody gives it back to you. Like, oh yeah, I know the world is stripping you of all this when you go outside, but here goes 10 more gallons. Let me fill you back up. Like, that's a lot of times that's what happens too. Like even at home, if they're just like on some like hands off type shit, because our thing was like neglect. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like my mom would never be like, you can't do that. Not, boys don't do that. Like she wasn't on that type of time at all. We could do whatever the fuck we wanted to do. But yeah, I never thought about that. But I don't think my mom would have gave two fucks if me or my brother were gay. I don't think she would. I don't think she would have cared one bit. It would have been no difficult conversation. We'd have been gay. It'd have been fine. Like she don't care. You know what I'm saying? That was never a thing for her. But like she just wasn't there to pour back into us the things that we had lost in the world. So a lot of that shit, you know what I'm saying, from going and being around other boys and other young men and men, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta fight him. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna let him talk to you like that? Not. Why is your friend talking to you like that? Aren't y'all friends? Shouldn't y'all squash it? It wasn't that. It was, you gonna let Jamal talk to you like that? And we would set up, we would have to fight. Like I would have, like in the summertime, we would fight like every fucking day. We would have to fight each other. And it wouldn't even be, we would be beefing. It would be like, we might get to an argument, but then like a 15-year-old, we 9, 10, 11, 12, and a 15-year-old hear us arguing, and they come over there instigated. Now we got to fight, because if we don't fight, he gonna beat us both up. So now we got to fight. Like, that's just, like, it was a lot of that going on. And then you go in the house, and it was like, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't like I had like a negative experience in the home with it at that point, but it was just like I had nothing there to correct that. You know what I'm saying? It was none of that going on. So for me, I just make sure that when I catch him doing it in the real world, I always like pick him up, like, oh, that's nice. I like that you hug your friend. I tell him that shit in real time. But then when he go home, hey, Dad, I want a kiss. I want to, yeah, let me give you a kiss and a hug. Oh, is it, two men touching hands? That's weird. No, it's not weird, actually. That makes perfect sense. That's okay. Two men can touch hands. 5 men can touch it. Who fucking cares? As long as they all said it was okay to touch each other, touch away. You know what I'm saying? Like, who fucking cares? Right? So that's what I just do that shit, and my wife does that tenfold. You know what I'm saying? We're all doing it. We're on the same page, so that we don't gotta worry about him being depleted when the nigga is 22. Him not having none of that humanity anymore. Him not knowing, him being a fucking robot. That's the shit that I worry about. Like, I worry about my son being a robot. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't be really stressed out about too much shit, but I really do be like, I be fighting to make sure thank God he got all the feelings and emotions and feels and all that stuff, like, so we let him be who he is. But like, I be really concerned about that. Just, that's the shit that be plaguing me sometimes. Be like, man, this, just getting and just squeezing all the love out of him and all the kindness. And that shit be frightening me.
That's honestly why, for me, like, and I know y'all make fun of me for this, but this is why, honestly, these dudes on TikTok don't faze me at all whatsoever. I was raised very, very tough. Like, my daddy did not play at all whatsoever. It wasn't, no, you a girl, I'm about to fight your battles. Oh, this boy made you cry, whatever. It was, what you about to do? And the funny part is, my daddy used to call me chicken all the time, and it was meant to be sarcastic, because he was like, it don't matter who come up to her, it don't matter who say what to her, she's not going to back down. Like, and he would tell people, don't tell her what to say, don't tell her what to do, you let her do whatever she wants to, or whatever she want to say. And I wasn't a bad kid, but I was a tough kid. I was raised around bikers and dope dealers, so it didn't make no difference to me, if you was a big dude, if you was a small dude, whatever, I could handle myself with you, like that. Trust me. And especially, I laugh at these guys on TikTok that be trying to be tough, throwing these, really random idle threats about what they gonna do and how they gonna do it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're not. If you were, you wouldn't be telling me.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up around men
who really do that. They don't, that's what I be saying. Like, that shit be, you done heard me get that speech a million times. I'm like, y'all really gotta stop doing that. Like, you do know that we don't believe you, right? Like,
at all. Because if anything happens to me at this point, sir, you are implicated.
Stupid,
you don't gotta be around. But you spent all this time threatening and, and acting tough and all of this other stuff, and it tells me exactly what I need to know. Because the person who's jumping up and down and huffing and puffing the loudest is usually the one who's the most afraid. That's why they doing all of that.
Yep.
But I think the thing is like, again, just like you said, for me, I have to sort of unlearn that callousness, and I practice that with my own kids, in the same way. Like we have this thing where you can get 60 seconds. If you need a hug, 60 seconds of a hug is supposed to release a level of oxytocin in your body that relieves whatever stress that, you know, you have. It literally decreases stress levels. So my kids can come to me at any point and get a hug if they need to. Now, some of them ask all the time. My youngest son, some of them ain't never gonna ask. My oldest, and the middle one, he don't want to be touched at all. He's very much like me. He don't want nobody up under him. He don't want to, but the idea is, again, to create an environment where you can always come to us. You always have that safe space. You always have the ability to be vulnerable inside of this house. However you want to dress inside this house, that's how you dress. However, whatever, you know, we don't
all
have
of that.
Right. We don't have restrictions like refrigerator locks. Now, of course, there's a time, you know, and a place.
Yeah.
You eat breakfast in the morning and you can eat throughout the day.
Yeah.
But at a certain time, there's, you know, the fridge is closed. But again, my kids are
that's some black people shit.
It is. But it just makes sense because, you know, kids, they hide food and all, you know. Whatever.
Oh, you black. Okay. That's cool.
But it's the idea of creating an environment where you intentionally break those generational curses. I don't need kids who are tough like me. I really don't. They got a mama who is tough, who will teach them how to protect themselves, but also I need you to be emotionally intelligent. I don't need you out here in the world and you can't have friendships or romantic relationships because you're so busy trying to be a man. I need you to tell that lady or tell that person that this is how you feel about a thing so that y'all can work through it. And that's your friendships, that's your relationships, that's your, you know, if you're in a boardroom or if you're whatever. And I think a lot of men are terrified of having that level of vulnerability because they don't like the playing field level.
Yeah, that's all. Well, that
I literally give my son exactly. Like the words. I coach him through and give him the words to use even with me or his dad. Like if he tells me his dad did something that he didn't like, I give him, and he tells me he didn't like it. I don't tell him he didn't like it.
Yeah.
I give him the language of how to express that, like how to talk to his dad and tell him, I don't like that, or, you know, a better way to handle or whatever. Like I give him that language to use with anybody, and I don't give him that language and say, oh, but don't say that to me, or don't talk to me like that, or your dad. No, we are the people who he should be the safest to practice that skill on. Like set boundaries with me too, because if you can't set them with me, who can you set them with?
That's for real. You gotta let him. Yeah, all that shit at the house supposed to be like practice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the like I don't be like, you know, my son be wilding at home. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. He be cursing and shit. Like I'll be letting him do whatever. He be living. Y'all know them. Y'all know that them the videos where you Shan, you told me about it. You made one too. I wish you would have posted it. But where you know you leave the phone for your baby to curse and you see what they do. Yeah. If I did that shit, my son would just be like, he'll pick up, I'll tell him, I'll just leave it in there. He'll pick it up and be like, what the fuck you want me to do with this, Dad? Like, he just do, like, that's how nigga talk. I let him talk however he want to talk. You know what I'm saying? I be letting that man live.
Yeah, and I didn't.
He is his own person.
He's only 4. So
hey.
I thought he was going to say, shut up or stupid. No. This man, as soon as I closed the door and said, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like, wait a
They
minute.
let him. I'm trying to tell y'all, ain't no word bad. So I be letting them get it off. I'm like, ain't no word bad. It's how you use it. And I don't mean that literally, but y'all know what I'm saying. Ain't no word bad, really. Like if you could use a word in its proper context, it's not bad. Like we say male and female. If you use it in its proper context, ain't nothing wrong with it. There's definitely a way to be disrespectful with it, but male and female in and of itself isn't bad. The only word that's bad, we already know what that is. You know what I'm saying, with that hard ER. That word don't need to exist. It doesn't need to exist in the English language. It shouldn't exist. There's no right context to use that word. I don't care what you say. But every other word, you can find a place to use it and it not be like offensive. It just be, it's a descriptor, it's whatever, it's just telling the story. Whatever the case may be, you literally needed to use the word to tell the story. Whatever the case may be, hey man, say what you want to say, but in the house. Say it in the house.
You say whatever you like, okay? I did that stupid challenge, and I'm glad I didn't post it because I was mortified. My little babies was not talking. First of all, my son, he started rubbing his hands together as soon as I knew he could do it. I'm like, wait a minute.
He was on that Stevie J shit? He started doing that Stevie J shit?
I closed the door. I was touching my girls. Oh, my God. And then he turned to his brother, and he was like, because nigga, bro. I was like, what
exactly.
is happening right now?
Exactly.
I was mortified. I'm like, oh my God, my little baby. It's like, good night.
You gotta let that man talk. Hey man, let them babies. Hey, let them babies say what they need to say. And let them babies say what they need to say. And then that way they learn how to say it, and you teach them the boundaries. Cause he do it in the house. So guess what he be doing? Guess what he be doing? Shut the fuck up.
In school they be cursing a storm at each other.
They always be cursing. But I'm saying he does it at home in real time with me, so I get to what? What you talking about? You don't say that. You know what I mean? Like that's not. Oh, I'm sorry. You get the but because that's what they do. They push the boundaries. That's what kids do, right? Like that's what they. I feel like that might be their like whole existence until they hit the age where that's not what they do anymore. But like they're just made to push the boundary. Cool. So they push the boundary. They don't know. He say the shit, but he got an idea. He could be 90% sure how you're going to react. You see what I'm saying? He ain't 100%, but he got to test it. So he tests it in a safe way where it's not like, because he doesn't say it to me like when I'm upset. He doesn't say it to me when I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? Like he just says it like we'll be playing around and I'll be like, shut up, dude. Shut up, nigga. And he'll be like, you shut the fuck up. And I gotta stop and be like, don't do that, bro. That's too much. That's too much. You got a little too much dip on your chip.
Before this trend came out with this, I have an 11 and 5-year-old, both girls, and I don't know, let's say the last year, probably a little bit more. Anytime I curse, I tell them they can curse too.
Might as well.
So they will get home and wait for me to drop one, and they will rush to the room that I'm in and go, it's our turn.
Hell yeah.
Can we go? So now they will. So we've always been allowed to curse so much. As soon as I break the barrier, they go off. So now they like,
free them babies till they free.
Can I roll the windows down? Can I see a cuss word out the window? I said, you get one, and that is it. They will save up for a good one, y'all. My girls are so bad. But there's a lot of things that I'm trying to teach them that are different. Some things I'm trying to instill, and I want to put way more emphasis on, and I want to take a lot of emphasis.
You know what you're teaching them more? The whole lesson in that lesson is, it's no more of that do as I say, not as I do. That's the most valuable lesson to teach a motherfucker. It ain't the days of do as I say, not as I do. Nah, we not doing that.
Yep. And my baby got that from his daddy. I can't even put it on nobody else but me. My mouth is reckless. But I wanted to tell y'all too that my 5-year-old is not into things that people traditionally say that little girls should be into. But what's funny is when I'm sending out, the birthday invitations, you put up there what does your child like and what they're interested in and what you should buy, publicly. You know what I'm talking about. My child is in the Hello Kitty phase, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But when I put out my 5-year-old's list, none of the moms, buck when I say she want dinosaurs, she want books, she want things to build, she want blocks, and everybody just brings it. There's no pushback. There's no one who was still passive aggressive and still bought her a doll, or still no one does that, and I like that. People at least the women are doing it.
That's for girls. I was gonna say that sounds like some shit. That's that. I think what Shan was talking. I think for girls, y'all get away with that shit. But if that was a boy and they was asking for some feminine shit, they would have bought that little.
I was going to say that I'm gonna tell you what's wild is an ex of mine on the way out of the relationship, on the way out, one of a big fallouts we had is we were a blended family, so I had my 2 girls, and he had a son right in between their ages, and we fell out because we had this horrible knockdown, drag down fight on the way out of town, which is the worst time to have an argument because now you're stuck out of town and you're gonna ride back home with them. Another story.
Ugh.
But anyway, the issue was. If one of your girls turned out to like girls, I would love it. I would say, bring your girlfriends over. Oh, she fine, blah, blah, blah. But if my son likes another boy, that stuff ain't happening. Not under my roof. I said, well, we live together, and his boyfriend would absolutely be invited, just like my girls' girlfriends would be invited. What the hell do you mean? I'm just saying he can do it, but it ain't he gonna get my approval. And I said, you would encourage my girls, and then tell your boy he couldn't. I said, the fact, at least least you can stand on it at all. Like some people like, I'm just completely against it. But you double it, it's another level of crazy.
This a flag on the play. I'm sorry, Miss Darko. Hold on. This a flag. Hold on. This a flag on the play. I think you hold on. What did you? Can we go back a little bit? Did that man say he would have been cool because he would have told your young daughter to bring the?
My daughter's okay if they were to date same sex.
No, but he's saying because he would be telling them young girls to bring other young girls around because they cute.
He said I'm okay with girl on girl relationships. That's great. I love that. That's fine. They can have all the girlfriends they want. My son just can't have the same sex relationship. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't even have a blanket statement saying for this, what do you call it? Religious reason I'm against.
Check that man hard drive. Check that man hard drive right now.
Hold on. Hold on. Wait. I'm thinking we skipping over something. Hold on. That's crazy. The other part crazy too. That's fucked up. But wait. The most problematic part about you, to me, what I just heard was this old ass man he would have been like obsessing over these like little girls around him, like teenage girls, probably.
No. Not that I ever saw that he ever voiced it to me that he was.
He just did. No, he voiced it to you.
I was voicing it, love.
He voiced it to you right now. That's what I'm saying. That was him voicing it to you.
I didn't even think that deep. I was just mad that you were supporting one and not the other.
No, he just told you he what? That's what?
You gotta unpack what he supported.
That's crazy. No, that was the craziest shit about that story. Was what was him saying out loud to you? Oh. Yeah, I'll be like, invite your little cute girls over. What?
Yeah, and I'm thinking like he's saying that because he is hetero and he dislikes women. I didn't think about you liking a little one. He was just saying, I support anything women related. Like if it was me, oh yeah, we can have a threesome long as you bring another woman in it. But I don't want another man kind of thing. So I didn't think that it was. I didn't go down there.
That's where it was. I just want to let you. If that's what he said, like, because I'm not saying that he did say, I'm saying like if you're not paraphrasing or whatever, if that's literally what he said, that's what he meant. Like he meant what I thought he meant, which is on some some creepy shit.
Another level to it.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad it's over with. I'm so glad.
Either way, you dodged a bullet at this point.
I was out. Like I said, I was out. I said your ideas keep, and that's been a struggle for me is trying to find someone, and that's what I was going to say, ladies. I've been having issues with trying to find. You know how they say if you're a single mom, you at least try to find some good male role models to have around your daughters. And I don't have a lack of supply. I've got many uncles and many cousins, but their mindset is horrible, and I don't want.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't listen to that shit.
I ain't bringing my. I'm not going out my way to find nobody for these little. I'm all they need.
I don't want it to listen. I'm trying to. I be looking, y'all, but I can't do it. I am the positive. Everything they say, I'm like, you can't say that around my daughter. I'm like, you can't. And the things that they. Put on the pedestal is, looks and all that kind of stuff. And I make sure that, my compliments are well-rounded. My girls, they do feel confident. But I'll tell them, there are other descriptors that you need to use when addressing my children. And please don't address their looks.
They want to see a strong female role model. I'm going to put on motherfucking Grace Jones. I show them fucking Grace Jones and Conan in this motherfucker. That's about it. Other than that, you good? I got you. I'll be there for you.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that if there is a strong male figure in their life already. But I wouldn't be going out of my way to just have them around, male role models if they aren't exemplary of what a good person is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out of my way for that because we know that a lot of men are not going to be the best role model when it comes to
gender things on it. Why aren't you playing with dolls? Why aren't you doing this? They're doing these things. I'm like, we're not doing that. So it's so much that I have to keep correcting.
Yeah, no, that's doing more harm than good. If you're causing my child more harm than good, you don't need to be here, male or female. I don't give a damn about none of that.
But what I was saying is the women don't come over. They'll just bring her the dinosaurs. They'll just bring her the building blocks. There is no pushback. There is no question.
Yeah.
And I'm trying not to have this big only, support system of all women, but we're all on the same page about it.
Who cares?
So, they're like, you should. I want to mix it up, but I can't mix, shit into the pot at this point.
Hey, it sounds healthy. Sounds healthy. Why you wanna make it unhealthy so you can add some balls in that motherfucker? It sounds healthy right now. That's all I know.
No, don't fix it if it ain't broken. I'm just saying. They're insulated and they're strong.
Yeah.
And they're opinionated, and that's kind of all that I worry
about.
Yeah,
see, you saying all the right stuff. They opinionated. That means they be talking their shit. They can speak up for themselves.
They do. They don't play that.
Fuck yeah, you with it.
I told them to tell me when mommy's wrong. If mommy says something hurt your feelings, tell me about it. What did I do? Let me apologize to you. How can I fix it? So we have open communication. I'd be like, you can read mommy. Mommy messed up. Say something.
Yeah.
Like, get it out. But I don't want them to be timid. I don't want them to be afraid. But, I'm trying to get them exposed to everyone in healthy, small increments because I have that mama bear attitude. And I think my 11-year-old has kind of started to see that mommy is maybe different from other moms. And sometimes she'll try to protect others from me, like, hey, don't mess with my mom, like, don't do,
Yeah.
So she does that a little bit, and I'm like, hey, if I'm going off about something and somebody's doing something, that's my exact reaction. So I think that she's starting to see a little bit more of the world, and she is realizing I'm a little different, and she may get embarrassed sometimes, but I'm like, your mom's going to stand up to absolutely everybody for you, even if you don't want it, because she's getting older, like, I don't want her to be embarrassed at